Oh, hey, sir. Good to see you.
Yep, you can call me General Soze today.
Absolutely, sir. General, sir.
Shot! Something like that. Hey guys, how we all doing? You all prepared your case and stuff, guys? Listen, I know you guys might be thinking you're hanging on by a thread and you're probably going to get your asses kicked. It's a pretty standard thing, you know, when you're going up against police officers that are much more superior than you are. But don't worry, don't quit your job over it. When you get your asses kicked, just
Yo,
remember,
Wolf, thank you for the 2K biddies, my man. I appreciate you, dude.
Inadequate law skills, okay? Oh, shit, looks like
Officer Knight will be resuming with you on the stand.
Yes, sir.
Just to let you know. No, it's all right.
Oh.
We'll once we bring everything back into order, I'll have you come back up.
Your Honor, do we have a recall list of witnesses that still need to be here? I had a few that were emailing me, and I wasn't sure how to answer. Didn't recall the recall list off the top of my head.
I do not know. None of the witnesses were motioned for recall.
I didn't remember hearing any either. I think the doctor may have been, but I'm not 100% sure.
The doctor should be, actually. Whether or not he was actually marked for recall, his ass should be here to answer for this document and to allow you to cross-examine him.
All right. If he doesn't come here because he was never marked for recall, what would you like to do, Your Honor?
Well, we can reach out to him, yeah.
We could, yeah. I guess I'll try.
Let's do that.
How you doing, Bill?
How about
Good to see you.
you need food?
I could use a burger, yeah.
Actually, does anybody need food? I was kind enough to get some food. I can put so I'll give it to the judge just in case someone needs food. Okay.
Oh my God!
Here you go, sir.
Oh,
this is
thank
not a
you,
bribe in any way whatsoever.
No, of course not. Thank you, General.
That's A-okay. Any of you assholes need food?
You have any water? I'll take some water.
I mean, I got fries. It's pretty hydrative.
Oh, I've got
Is it?
water.
I'll pass.
Yeah, I got it.
Drink those.
If you're going with the white
Don't
jacket,
be a
you should have
pussy.
made
No,
it
no, I'll
fancy.
pass. I'll pass.
what do you mean? I
know?
wore this last time.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
What do you mean matching what?
Matching my white jacket.
Okay, but mine's good.
Yeah, but mine has a cool little handkerchief.
Where's that thing's?
All
very
right,
aged
got
jacket.
that.
Wow.
Very good.
Your Honor, apparently the entirety of Pillbox medical staff is having a meeting right now.
Oh my God,
The
AJ!
entirety of Pillbox
here,
medical
bro, I'm
staff
here.
is having a meeting.
Yes.
Correct,
He was
Your
not
Honor.
aware that he needed to come back to this court case, so he did not inform his superiors that he would not be able to make said meeting.
Oh my God, is that General
This doctor's a
Soze?
dumbass.
Amen, Your Honor.
To give him
Good day,
a slight
sir.
benefit of plausible
Good day to you,
deniability,
sir.
I don't think he was recalled.
Right, but this whole thing is a report that he wrote. It's safe to assume that we might want to ask you some questions. I'm
we
going to
good?
go on the record. This doctor's a dumbass.
That's
The record is
totally
noted, Your Honor.
What are you going to
Record is
ask?
noted.
Make sure that is in the minutes. Dr. Archer
Is
Weston
23 off the
is
building?
heretofore and forever a dumbass, according to my court.
As decreed
We're
by
going to
Justice
bring
of
that
the
up
State of
as
San
well
Andreas.
as the other questions.
All right, all right. What questions are you
That's
asking?
code right there.
So,
You've ever
Your Honor,
heard-
just so I understand
You
his
need
title,
to-
is he Dumbass Dr. Archer Weston or just Dr. Dumbass?
No, it would be Dr. Archer Weston, comma, dumbass.
There you go.
Oh, okay, so it's like Esquire, it's tagged onto the end.
Exactly. The dumbass is on the end.
Gotcha.
Your Honor, are you telling me you just ripped away that man's PhD and replaced it with dumbass?
Yes, I did.
Oh, man.
He could have an alphabet behind his
We're
name. It
gonna
could
ask
be
you about,
Dr. Archer Weston, PhD, Dumbass.
Yeah.
Is Messi
You,
even here or no?
Should we stand over here?
I mean, no.
Yeah,
I mean, being a medical doctor doesn't necessarily mean that you're not a dumbass. I don't see those.
Wait, Messi's not here?
Oh,
I
we,
mean,
So that's
somebody
good.
try
probably
to
want
make
to
the
talk to
argument
Soze
that
too in
because
regards
somebody is
to
a medical
what
doctor,
he
they are not,
witnessed.
in fact, also a dumbass.
Yes, Your Honor. The peanut gallery
Yeah,
did make mention that may have been a
one second.
contradiction.
I'll be
Wait, are
right
you
back.
making the argument
This
that
is it,
because
Brian,
you
we're
have a
making
PhD,
big
you're
bucks,
required
bro.
to be a dumbass?
No, I'm saying
making
that
money
it's
off
possible to
this?
be both.
No, he is
I hope so
affirmatively assigned
eventually.
the title on a case-by-case
I
basis.
want some, alright?
Your Honor,
Sir.
could Splinter and I approach the bench?
Certainly.
What if I don't want to, Your Honor?
Well, that's fine.
Approach.
Then you don't know.
All right.
Oh my God.
You want-
I don't know what's gonna happen,
What am I
AJ.
saying though? He threw you
Oh,
off.
he's probably gonna be asking questions. Well, there he's not gonna. He's gonna ask you questions in regards to it as to what took place. Like, did you see Brian fall in front of Metzger? Did he give him medical attention, etc., etc.? Did he try calling EMS? All those kind of questions.
Oh, alright, alright.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like the
Also,
blue
did
glasses.
they- Thank you so much. Looks good, right?
Yeah, it
Matches the
looks
tie.
really good. That's a badass color. I want those.
No, bro. Yours looks great.
No,
It's
I like
bright ass
mine too,
yellow.
but I want those like actually.
Oh, you mean like in your head?
Yeah, but bigger.
Oh,
Like they're a
shit.
little not like wide enough.
Yeah, I've got a small face, I think. No, actually, I don't. What are you thinking? Did he deny you a lawyer?
They did. Oh yeah. They'll probably mention that.
Did they make threats to you?
I mean, they did. Svensson asked me.
They constantly abuse you about it. I remember
Mhm.
that. They publicly talk about it and make you look bad in front of civilians. Oh, it's Brian Knight, the guy who fucking shot strippers.
Yo, Salty.
They say it over the
Thank you
radio.
for the 37 months, my
to
dude.
provoke you daily.
Yeah, I know. Damn.
Oh, I got it, bro. I'm making some bullshit. I got your back.
You don't
I
have
mean,
to.
like-
No, you don't. Wait, you don't need to say anything. I think we got this. I mean, listen.
Oh,
Second degree murder is just in and of itself insane.
he's getting second-degree murder.
No, I am. That's what they're going for. That's what they're pressing.
Oh, we're defending you.
Yeah, of course. Oh,
Oh, you were
that-
suing Mesker for throwing you off the building.
no, that's going to be separate
Wait, so why am I here?
because your testimony will point to the fact that there's that those who were behind this report did so with malice.
Oh,
Mhm,
okay. So if I don't show up, you're actually gonna get locked up. You're screwed.
Oh my God, I'm fucked. I'm fucked, AJ.
All right, well, you have a good one then, bro.
What?
It was a plan the whole time, man. I've been
Listen,
working
just-
with them.
Listen, worst comes to worst. Let my friend Randy Bullet know that I'm in prison.
If you give me the Camaro,
Hold on a second, Mason.
maybe you
Hold
wouldn't be
back
in
real quick.
prison if
Hold
you had
back.
$500,000. Just saying.
Yo, Jason, thank you for the 4
Wait,
months.
is that the chick you shot? Thank you so much. Is that the woman you shot?
I don't even think that woman's here.
So all these people haven't even shown.
Nope.
Not even Mesker's here.
Oh my God.
Is this thing gonna start soon? Oh, fucking Swenson's here. Shit. IA, bro. IA, be careful.
Your class A before, trooper? Is that the high command trooper version, or is that just the trooper version?
This is my General Soze version. I'm also a general in my spare time.
Oh, for the
Oh, is Deadeye coming?
military?
No, the
I'm gonna
troopers.
ask him if he
State
needs
trooper
Deadeye.
General.
General.
I have
Have
to
you
go
ever
around
noticed
all
this,
the
Brian?
states
What's
in,
that?
Look
in
out the
America
window.
and train every single trooper on the planet.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, well,
What the fuck
somebody's gonna do it. Am I
is
right?
it?
I'm good, chat. Oh my God, my white shirt.
Are they separators now?
Oh, Hutch is
no, mine's been
moving.
separated. I
Oh,
think they
hell
might
yeah,
have even
dude.
dumped the case against me already. I'm not here to support anyone. I'm here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
This is a bunker.
It's the only attitude I have. I'm here for the law.
We're in a bunker right now.
That's a pretty nice spot.
I'm chilling, bro.
Apparently something about tampering with evidence, although the evidence was collected. Fine. Then someone said the evidence was gone, so they said I did it. What you mean? I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know if I pick up evidence.
I'm sorry,
clear
Svensson.
evidence, but I only ever
Are you
do it
tampering with
after
my
the
witness
scene's
right
been
now?
processed, so it does not matter.
I'm not with the prosecution, Brian.
I have done nothing.
I'm just a fellow witness
Wrong.
conferring with my work associate.
We have a gag order, sir,
By who?
by the judge.
The judge issued a gag order?
Yes. Because there's a
we
continuance.
better stop speaking. We can't. Otherwise, we have to gag on each other only.
Wow.
If you know what I mean.
I don't want that, so we better shut up.
How the fuck is he a sergeant?
I think Meska likes him.
I'm such a dick.
Oh God, man.
I did it. Can we all just go home now? I'm looking forward to this, man. Day one of the case was amazing. You think there's going to be a jailbreak tonight?
Nah, for who?
Tyrone?
Nah, probably not.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I don't know. I doubt it. Maybe Goose Goose is around. He can do it.
Wait, who's Goose Goose?
You know who Goose Goose is? The little guy from the Eastside Ballers? Guspacho.
Oh, is that his nickname?
Yeah. You've called him it before.
Yeah,
Actually, maybe you... Oh, never mind. Maybe not you. What's going on right now? Why are they talking?
I don't know, actually.
Or are you gonna get locked?
You know, I gotta say that last week was pretty badass.
To me, in this
Last
court, you
week?
did not
Yeah,
earmark
this last
any of
week.
the
Last week?
prosecution's witnesses for recall.
Or the
that I
jailbreaks and
remember.
shit?
Oh, fuck. I think they're missing people and they're freaking out.
Fuck, man.
So, yep. So once your client gets back here, we will start up again, and we'll have him on the stand, and we will resume from. Oh, there he is. Officer Knight, please step forward.
Yes, sir.
Was the direct concluding when we had the issuance granted, or
We no, he was just mentioning that report during direct.
So here's what
And
has
that
to happen.
is-
we have to finish our line of
your
questioning
objection
with
is what caused the
Brian, and then you're
continuance.
up. Okay.
gotcha? Okay.
All right. Sounds
That's
good.
not in evidence. All right. Now, that
Um,
being the case, Officer Knight,
Brian,
please step forward. I remind you,
go-
sir,
go up
you
there.
are still, in fact, under oath.
So say.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mays, please step forward.
Oh, who was that process?
Counselor,
Yes, Your Honor.
step forward. All the way forward, son. All right. Order in the court, calling these proceedings into People v. Knight back into order. When we left off with continuance, there was objection on the floor as to facts not in evidence concerning a possible medical condition by Officer Knight that may or may not have adversely affected his judgment. Continuance was granted to allow for an opportunity for defense to get the correct report from Pillbox Medical. That is now entered as Defense Exhibit C. I am ordering the defense to call the doctor that wrote this report and subject him to a direct line of questioning, and then allow for the defense to cross-examine that doctor on this report, because it was not put in during discovery. So that is the order of the court at this time in order to make
hell
that fair.
yeah.
And with that, Mr. Splainer, your objection for facts not in evidence is overruled at this time. You will have an opportunity to cross the doctor on this exact report.
Yes, Your Honor. Understood.
All right. Mr. Mays, you may resume your direct questioning.
Your Honor, just to make it fair, if it's all right with you, I don't mind if Splinter does a direct with the doctor regarding this as well, since he was listed on his evidence and it was missed this way. It's not
Right.
just held to my scope.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I want that doctor here, and I want the subject of the questioning to be the facts surrounding this report, so that the district attorney has a chance to cross it.
Understood, Your Honor. Mr. Knight, we left off. You were speaking how you had an incident that may have affected your memory. Can you re-elaborate on what that was for the court?
Yes, of course. So, I'm trying to recall where I started that conversation.
Just let's start with the we'll start with what
I don't know where he wants me
what
to
occurred
start.
and what you learned when you went to the hospital.
Right. So I woke up from what felt like a bit of a haze. And a doctor standing over me, telling me that he had pulled a needle out of my backside, and he noted that there was something about a cocktail of drugs that had been in my system. I laid there for a while in recovery. As he looked over me.
Did he ever mention what drugs?
Cocaine, heroin, the two that's come off the top of my mind.
Okay. Do you know how the needle got in your ass?
I have no idea. I didn't have one prior to the VU. Before entering there, I would know, given previous to going inside, I mentioned in my testimony earlier in regards to the incident with the hoodlums outside of the VU who were trying to steal a vehicle, and it was a fist fight that occurred. I did get knocked down during that fight, so I would have felt it.
Okay. What's the last thing you remember in the VU?
Well, there was a couple things. I remember the manager of the VU pulling my pants down and slapping my ass. While she was carrying me.
Why was she carrying you?
Her and I,
I'm gonna
we used
object
to
hearsay on that.
How's it hearsay when it directly happened to him? She could have given a reason whether or not as to why she was carrying him or not.
All right.
He would be speaking to the fact of another person based on their personal intent when they are not here to testify or to counterclaim.
All right. I'm going to sustain, but I will allow for a rephrase.
Did she ever mention why you were on her shoulder?
We used to have a relationship for a brief time, maybe some...
What? No way!
All right, keep it down.
And this person you're referring to is Liv, correct?
I'm going to object to that as leading.
Your Honor, it's already been entered into evidence that she was the manager of the club. Mr. Knight can obviously correct me if he's talking about a different manager. Or answer no, since it's a yes or no question.
Overrule.
Understood.
For the sake of brevity,
Understood, Your Honor.
the witness will answer.
Yes, Liv. A while back,
Okay.
We used to call each other babe.
All right. Understood.
She
Were
was
you ever-
also. Mhm.
Sorry. You had something else to add?
She was also one of the individuals that brought me inside.
Objection, no question.
Sure, there was. Asked if you had something else to add.
Then I'm going to object to that as vague.
Sustained.
Were you taken to the VU against your will?
Yes.
Can you expand on that? How?
I arrived at the VU in the outside grounds by my own volition, but was brought against my will inside and kept there to the extent where even trying to jump over said strippers to avoid the moaning was challenging and impossible.
Okay. How many strippers were in front of you as you tried to leave?
4.
Do you remember who?
The woman who the prosecution is claiming I shot her pussy, in their own words, I believe, in the
Objection, that's a misstatement.
what was that not
how's-
said during the testimony?
No, it was not.
No, I believe everything has been the lower abdomen.
Oh.
The abdominal region has been the generic reference.
I see. I could have sworn
Sustained.
someone. Okay.
Basically, the victim, the one you are on trial for allegedly having shot, is who you're saying, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Liv was there. Evie was there. It's one other woman whom I don't know her name.
Okay. No, that's fine. But there were 4 total.
In front of me, yes. And then behind them were, I believe, maybe 2 male strippers.
Okay.
It's really
Has-
hard to say.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Did you drink any alcohol that night?
No.
How do you explain the police report, or sorry, medical report stating you had alcohol in your system?
I don't know.
Understood.
I know that I was brought in directly and thrown onto a seat in the back room. And the only time I was able to move was shortly before the police arrived.
Okay.
I remember walking around as my ass was swollen from whatever had taken place between me and the time me and Liv spent together. And I saw the police arrive. I remember making a reference to Malton about my ass. He didn't want to check my ass for any injury. I did
Okay.
ask him a few times. And then shortly thereafter, I went back on duty with Trooper Soze.
Were you
I
cleared
think he
by...
actually brought me over.
Okay. Were you cleared by Pillbox to go back on duty?
No.
So was the trooper supervising you?
I think there was sort of a advisement based on all the commotion that was taking place and the the screaming and the finger pointing, that it was better for me, given everything that was being, I guess, framed is the word, maybe the best word to use, to leave the scene and let the police do what they needed to do. so as not to affect their investigation, or if you want to call it that.
Okay. Were you ever questioned by police officers regarding this event?
By originally it started very brief questions by Moulton, in which I mentioned tried to
Objection
show him
narrative.
my ass.
Just yes or no.
Yes.
You can sustain that, Your Honor, and if you want,
Hmm,
I'll ask
yeah.
again. Or
Yep. It's sustained.
that night, were you asked questioned by officers?
Yes.
Who?
Moulton, I believe.
Were you ready to write?
I don't even really know. There wasn't much questions. I know it's a yes or no, but there wasn't really much of anything that was said then.
Okay. Do you remember the questions he asked you?
I had quickly tried to show him my ass.
Okay. Were you ever Mirandaized?
Objection relevance.
Leads to the integrity of the so-called police report, Your Honor.
May I rebut, Your Honor?
I'll hear the rebuttal.
Officer Knight's testimony, if there ever was any from said interview, was extracted due to the fact that he was not Mirandized. There is no testimony on this statement that would be subject to the Miranda rights or a Garrity warning.
Your Honor, my rebuttal to that is that if they did use the information to base their questions on interviewing the other witnesses, it could be construed as fruit of the poisonous tree, as they're using the statements against him while questioning the others.
Overruled. The witness will answer.
Understood.
No.
Okay. Were there any follow-up interviews by police?
There was a attempt by Svensson.
Okay. What happened with that attempt?
AJ Hunter was called down to Toledo PD. And I was accompanying him that day. Shortly thereafter, I was brought in and I was asked a series of questions pertaining to the incident at the VU. I immediately questioned a lawyer given the allegations that were being made, and I was told I could not have one. I asked about 3 or 4 times and was forced into some series of replies.
How were you forced?
I was told a lawyer was not necessary, even though I said this could be pertaining to a criminal matter. And it felt like I was going to be suspended.
Why did it feel like you were being suspended?
Because it was going to happen anyways if I didn't. I was going to be suspended pending finding out what to do with my situation.
Why did you believe that?
The wording, the statements that were made, and it was also stated that unless I don't need a lawyer for punitive charges, I believe was the phrase that was used.
Punitive by work or punitive by the court?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to that as a vague answer by the witness. We need to know who said that. I would like a person.
I can follow up.
All right. So, give me just a second here. I'm going to overrule it, Mr. Splainer. If that doesn't come out in direct, you're well within your right to cross on that.
Understood.
All right. I'll retract my other question. Who told you those comments?
Svensson.
All right. And did Swenson at this time ever Mirandarize you?
No.
Did he say why?
No.
Did anyone witness this exchange?
Officer Dark.
Okay. Has Swenson spoken to you about this case any other time?
Yes.
When was that?
I believe it was about 2 days. No. It was 3 days. After that day. I know this because I was suspended for 3 days. And when I got back on duty, myself and Officer Bass were called into the office. Given the surrounding circumstances between what happened between Metzger and myself, the day following the View incident, and what we perceived to be targeting by the IA towards ourselves, we asked Brenda Pancakes to join us to sort of listen in on the line of questioning. Ultimately, in the room in the captain's office at Mission Row PD, it was myself.
I'm going to object
Officer
to this
Bass.
as relevance.
Again, Your Honor, it's laying foundation that my client was questioned numerous times by said officer, never Mirandarized or given an opportunity due to him being told any questioning that resulted would be used for quote-unquote punitive. And again, we don't know how far this rabbit hole goes with the witnesses.
Mayor, about Your Honor.
Do you intend to make plain connection with anything in the report or witness testimony? Because otherwise, you're going down a rabbit hole, and you're just slinging mud. You're not connecting it to anything.
I believe I can do that through other witnesses, Your Honor, and at least collaborate my client's statements.
All right, I'm gonna let you go just a little bit longer, but
Understood.
you're about exhausted on this particular avenue. Overruled, Mr. Splana.
Understood.
So myself, Bass, were questioned by Svensson with Brenda Pancakes and Metzger in the room, in which they were asking us some very antagonizing questions about what some civilians were stating in regards to a case we were working on. It was IA related. And during said questioning, which consisted of a lot of restating in accusatory ways, Svensson brought up the topic about the court case I was filing against him in regards to my constitutional rights being violated.
Okay. Oh, that's fair.
I was not Mirandized during that time. There was no lawyer. I was still sort of vaguely in this impression of how is this possible? And shortly after showing my dismay, I was suspended for 24 hours. Excuse me, not 24 hours, but for the remainder of the day by Metzger.
Understood. Was there an incident the following day of this event between you and Metzger?
Objection, relevance.
Your Honor, evidence has been entered in, showing video as well as audio for the event, trying to establish if that was in some way connected to said investigation or if the investigation was mentioned.
May I rebut?
I'll hear the rebuttal.
An incident that comes after the fact has absolutely nothing to do with the charges that are being placed today. That it simply has evidence that is surrounding and collected directly after the incident at hand. The medical report, absolutely relevant. The police report, absolutely relevant. The witness testimony, absolutely relevant. However, give me 1 second, Your Honor.
Yep, no, that's fine.
Oh, sorry, just got to stretch my legs. Sorry, a little too nimble. Anyway.
Oh God. Oh fuck.
An incident that happened after the fact and evidence concerning an incident that happened after the fact is completely irrelevant to the charges at hand.
I agree with the district attorney. This particular line of questioning seems only inflammatory and defamatory to me, Mr. Mays. I do not see how it will meet your burden of proof, nor do I see how it will in any way, shape, or form corroborate or show me why I should have greater concern for this IA report. So I'm going to sustain that objection at this time. Move on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. No further questions at this time.
Very well. This displaying a cross.
Yes, Your Honor. Officer Brian Knight, if you were taken
Bill did a
against your
great job.
will, why did you stay in the vanilla uniform?
I didn't.
Your Honor asked an objection, asked an answer.
Rebuttal.
I don't believe why he stayed was ever actually asked. I believe that if there were any barriers of exit may have been asked, but I don't believe if his consent to stay was established.
Your Honor, he stated he could not leave because there are too many people in front of him keeping him there.
I'm going to overrule to allow the district attorney to continue this line of questioning. I think I know where he might be going with it.
Okay. I'll rephrase the question. Officer Knight, if you were taken against your will, why did you stay in the vanilla uniform?
I tried jumping out.
Okay, so you did not stay. You did not stay voluntarily.
Is this? Can I ask? Are you referring to after I had my ass slapped, etc., or?
Essentially, when you had inferred during the direct line of questioning, actually, I believe it was directly
Mhm.
stated that you were air quotes kidnapped and brought into the vanilla unicorn.
Mhm.
If you were not there with your consent, why did you stay?
I did try to leave. Actually, I tried jumping past the strippers who had created a barrier of what I believe they refer to as pussy popping in front of me.
Okay. Did you ever radio for backup?
I had officers near me.
Can I take that as a no for that answer?
Yes.
So, just for the record, why didn't you radio for backup?
I had officers near me. I didn't think there was any immediate danger, and I did not want to seem too overtly aggressive to what they may have been planning.
Okay. Did you ask for consent before you fired upon Meg Cruz?
Objection, Your Honor. Well, actually, Spliner, can you repeat that? Sorry.
Did you ask for consent before you fired upon Meg Cruz?
Your Honor, the objection would be scope in the line of questioning I asked.
Good shit.
I'll hear a rebuttal.
The situation within the vanilla unicorn has been directly referenced that he was brought into the vanilla unicorn itself. Meg Cruz was one of these air quotes people that were blocking his way, as he mentioned earlier in his testimony.
The district attorney is correct. Your objection is overruled. Officer Knight, you will answer the question.
You mean when I was attacked by a 14-inch dildo?
That is an unresponsive answer to my question. Please answer my questions directly. Did you ask for consent when you fired upon Meg Cruz?
Objection, it's obviously confusing the witness.
How is that confusing?
Your Honor, if I need to submit a rebuttal, I would find this question to be pretty direct. If anything, I would be objecting that this witness is unresponsive to my line of questioning.
I will.
I'm trying to understand, I guess, how to answer that question, given
I
what I
will-
vaguely remember.
All right, I will. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Mr. Splinter, I am relieving you of the need to not be leading, and to go ahead and use the statement that has been mentioned in this courtroom multiple times in this particular question.
Okay. Did you ask for consent when you shot Meg Kyra Cruz in the pussy?
What? No.
Is that what you're talking about, Your Honor?
No, God damn it. The
Oh my
exact
God.
same thing that 4 of your witnesses said that Brian Knight asked before the incident occurred.
Okay. Did you ask for consent to spray upon
There
the
you
dancers?
I anything sexual in nature, I would ask for consent with. What transpired in what was a dildo flinging, pussy popping incident where, my
I'm
recollection
gonna object
is
to this as a narrative, Your Honor. I asked a simple yes or no question.
I don't remember that incident too well. That what took place in that time.
Okay. Do you remember what prompted you to fire upon Meg Kyra Cruz?
My
Your
best
Honor,
guess
objection
was
is
the
badgering.
14-inch dildo
It's across.
that attacked me.
Okay, so you're saying that you were attacked by a 14-inch dildo?
Oh, my apologies. It wasn't a dildo. It was a strap-on,
Okay,
separate from the one she pulled out.
Okay, so you recall being air quotes assaulted by a 14-inch dildo, but you don't recall
there a
anything else about
difference?
the incident?
I'm sorry. Give me a second.
Oh, understood.
Is there a difference?
Your Honor, if I may, I believe we refer to it as a marital aid.
I know.
He's trying to figure out the difference between a dildo and a strap-on. Your
I
Honor,
believe-
continue.
one you wear on your belt
And
buckle.
then one you can wear. Yeah, one you can wear.
One is
One's
mounted, one is
portable, you know?
standalone. That's it.
Exactly. One's standalone, one's portable.
There's something wrong with y'all as deviants. All right, continue.
There's a lot that took
There's
place
different sizes too.
at once. I remember
A lot of variation.
fearing this 14-inch dildo that I believe actually left a mark on my stomach for a period of time. And what transpired in that blur of action, I can't say. It happened very quick.
Okay, did you ever recognize yourself as being under the influence of any sort of narcotics, alcohol, injections, or otherwise while inside the villain unicorn?
I think thinking back at it, it's hard to say since a lot of what I remember is like a feverish dream almost.
Okay, so in hindsight, you may be able to identify that you were under the influence, but in the moment, you did not recognize that you may have been under the influence.
It's hard to recollect a memory in a moment when that moment. I'm trying to find a way to phrase the feeling here. Waking up at the hospital, and trying to think back about what happened in the 2 hours previous. It's like recalling a feverish dream.
Okay. Is it legal to fire an automatic weapon upon another person within Los Santos?
Objection, Your Honor. Scope. Furthermore, Officer Knight is officer, so he has privileges that are different than a normal person.
Mr. Splana?
To the objection of Scope, the fact that that a weapon was fired and this incident has already been established even within this line of questioning, so the Scope would be enabled for me to ask if that is legal or not. And when it comes to his personal privileges as a law enforcement officer, I'm not asking about that. That may be questioned upon a redirect, but I'm asking as a baseline citizen, is it legal to fire upon another person with an automatic weapon?
On those two objections, then I'm going to overrule based on that rebuttal.
Alrighty. Do you need me to ask the question again, Officer Knight?
No. Generally speaking, it is illegal to be firing a weapon.
Okay.
Outside of self-defense, you're, standing your ground, etc. I think that's the question you're asking me.
Yeah, I was asking you if it was ever legal. So certain
Well,
certain
it
civic
is
exceptions.
legal. I mean, if you're asking, is it ever legal? Yes, there are legal scenarios in which firing a weapon is okay. Is it okay for a non-officer? I'm a little confused as to the question.
Okay, then I'll simply restate it. Is it legal to fire an automatic weapon upon another person within Los Santos?
Yes, depending on the circumstances.
Okay. If someone fires an automatic weapon upon another person within Los Santos no less than 7 times, what charge would you place upon them as an officer of the peace?
Objection,
What the-
speculation. There's not enough in that scenario to give a concise legal answer.
Do I need to rebut, Your Honor?
But yes, you do.
Okay. He is an officer of the peace. He is an expert on the subject matter. It is not speculative.
And again, Your Honor, Officer Knight already stated that there were qualifying factors that would in fact make it legal. There's no context to the situation for him to give a proper answer.
I'm going to sustain, Mr. Prosecutor. Let's leave off the. If you want to ask direct questions about this incident, do so, and feel free to leave off the vagaries.
Understood.
Yeah, they're loaded questions.
Okay,
I
so
wonder
we'll,
what the.
we'll jump over to the investigation that happened after the events of that night. When did the interview take place? The one in which you were told that you could not have a lawyer by Sergeant Svensson.
Objection asked and answered. He
Mhm.
stated when it happened.
May I rebut, Your Honor?
Please feel free to.
Okay. A direct question to establish the actual timeline within that narrative was not asked in the direct line of questioning. I'm asking for the sake of posterity and record.
Overruled. Go ahead and answer that, Brian.
The next morning.
Okay, so after the event took place?
Yes.
Okay. Have you read the People's A, the incident report?
I have actually.
Okay. When were those witness statements collected?
Objection, speculation. He wouldn't know when it is, and it would also be hearsay because he heard in evidence given by witnesses when they had given them.
What? All right, rebut.
Give me 1 second to review this report real quick, Your Honor. I will see if that objection is valid.
Explainer, the witnesses did state when they gave their statements to the police. Brian was here and heard that. That's why it would be hearsay.
Hearsay is when you make a claim about another person, and they are not here to testify to counterclaim.
Then he would be speculating because if he wasn't present at those.
Okay, that might be.
I agree. That's what AJ.
To the point of speculation, I believe Assistant Chief of Police Metzger established that Brian Knight was indeed there during the investigatory process.
For the initial incident, yes. Any subsequent interviews that would have occurred afterwards, not necessarily.
Okay.
Now,
I'm surprised how many questions are being asked.
now I think I know what you're looking for, and no, the exact dates and times of these interviews is not in that report.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
looking for. Your Honor.
I'm going to sustain that objection at this time.
Oh, good point.
Understood. So I believe I've already asked the question of when the interview occurred, when you were told you could not have a lawyer, and I believe your answer was the day after. I just want to make sure that we have that correct. Is that correct, Officer Knight?
Objection
that was-
confusing?
Yeah, are you asking the first time I was asked about the incident? I was not. I was told I could not
follow-on-
have a lawyer.
Yeah, the follow-on interview with Sergeant
Mhm.
Svensson. He said that you could not have a lawyer. That happened the day after, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Were you ever told that you were under criminal investigation?
I told him that that was the circumstances surrounding it.
Okay. When Sergeant Svensson was interviewing you, did he ever notify you that this interview was concerning a criminal investigation?
No.
What was the nature of the investigation that Sergeant Svensson was conducting during this interview?
Objection speculation. He can't speculate on what someone is going to be using the investigation or reports for in the future.
Overruled. The question is a direct what Svensson told him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
It was confusing given the surrounding nature of the questioning that he was giving me.
Okay. Did he ever identify the interview as an internal affairs interview?
Yes, just like the report.
Okay. I have no further questions for this witness.
Redirect.
Just like the report. Because the report literally says I on it.
Your Honor, none at this time.
Came all the way up here just to say that, did you?
I needed a minute to think, Your Honor. I fully admit.
No, that's all right.
I
Hold
was
on.
burning a minute or two.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. All right, two of you. I'm gonna throw both of yous out.
Holy shit, you're bald.
Thank you, Brian. You can step down.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to dismiss Trooper Hunter, as I believe I'll face the same issues bringing up that event as I did in Brian Knight's questioning, and I don't need him unless the prosecutor does.
He's on your list. It's your your prerogative.
Do you want to bring him up there just in case and then see what happens? I mean, if they dismiss him, let him dismiss him then.
No, you know how it's going to go. So do I. And he
Yeah,
has
but-
to get going.
Yeah, but what is that, 5 minutes? He'll be, if he dismisses
All right.
it, he's out.
You want to go?
I'm down. Fuck it.
All right. Never mind, Your Honor. Calling AJ
If he
Hunter.
came all the way down here, might as well
Alright,
ask him
step
the
forward.
questions.
Buck, would you do the honors?
Raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
You swear to tell the truth to the best of your knowledge under the penalties of death.
Oh,
so help you, Koil.
I don't think we're getting
Yes,
out of
I
this.
do.
All right. If we catch you lying, AJ, I'm gonna throw you off a bridge.
Whoa. Oh, I never lie. All right.
On
But the
October
journey
4th, were
was
you acting
amazing.
As a microphone man or boom operator for Brian Knight,
Objection lacks foundation.
it would be indicated in the video, Your Honor, the time step. That was submitted evident.
Defense Exhibit B.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. Overruled on that objection at this time.
Okay, then I'm going to resubmit another objection as relevance. How does events on the day after the
Laying
fact of these criminal
foundation.
charges?
Laying foundation for what, Mr. Mays?
Credibility of the quote-unquote officer who led this initial investigation, Officer Metzger.
Officer Metzger is not on record as having led this initial investigation. In fact, he made pointed testimony that he did not lead this investigation.
He did take part, we heard, in subsequent questioning of Brian regarding this incident. Therefore, it is important.
At what
Sorry.
point? I'm going through my notes, and I do not recall anything where Metzger had anything to do
Whoa,
with the
watch your
subsequent
language.
questioning of Officer Knight.
I
Officer
don't
Knight
think he's
stated
gonna.
that,
I don't think he's gonna be guilty for second
Chief
degree
or Assistant Chief Metzger was present
murder.
at,
I think
one
it's
of the
gonna
questionings with
maybe a
Officer
lower charge, because I don't think the prosecution established the grounds for it. Mhm.
Do I need to resubmit my rebuttal, Your Honor?
Attempted
I
manslaughter,
still do not see
maybe
how facts after the day in
assault.
question in which all these criminal charges are, in which this criminal charge is coming from, is relevant to the situation in any way, shape, or form.
Your Honor,
Mhm.
to again rebuttal that, this case was filed how long after the incident? I mean, we have no understanding of what the investigations held to file these charges or file the police report. The police report's not even dated, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to that as a misstatement of testimony. At the very top, it says October 3rd, 2020, the day of incident.
And my rebuttal to that, Your Honor,
Hold on.
is that
All right, that's enough of the back and forth. Court's on recess 5 minutes while I think about this.
Understood.
Stretch
Thank you,
your
Your Honor.
legs, get some water.
If I remember correctly, the original. So I can tell you a couple things. He definitely was questioning during it.
here, go over here.
Yep. I can definitely tell you that he was asking questions because I was there for a short period of time. He also had 2 cadets whom he stated under his testimony. He stated under his testimony that he had cadets, of whom were leading it. In addition to that, he told me himself that one of the reasons why Svensson went to suspend me originally was because there was miscommunication and they had a lot of people to ask questions to. So just because Moulton's name is on the report doesn't inherently mean that he wasn't leading it.
Yeah, but I mean, even your name's on the report, not just Moulton.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't his name on the original report before it turned into a PDF?
Well, that's the point I was about to bring up, that this wasn't even the original document.
Yeah.
And then he called the recess, so.
If someone is leading an investigation, like Dan led in an investigation on Michael Block. However, I oversaw it as his superior officer. Right? And if in the same vein, just because Moulton is leading said case, however, Metzger has displayed that he was involved along with a cadet he was looking after, the evidence he collected personally could have been anything in the document.
Yep.
So was he there? Yes.
I'm gonna fuck
Was
up
he
Swanson on
involved?
the
Yes. Hmm.
I am really gonna fuck him up. How you doing, Dan?
Oh, hey there.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore you.
Unless he fully removed himself away from it, who's to say how much was involved?
Yep. And I opened up that rabbit hole, and that's why the judge is back in his chamber.
Mm-hmm. You're doing great, Bill.
Trying.
Do you listen? If there's no way, I mean, even with all the facts on the table, second degree, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, in the closing, I'm going to point out that they never fucking, they might have a manslaughter charge, attempted manslaughter, but there's no malice of,
While I believe that Chief Metzger being involved or not, in my opinion, is a purely internal issue with the police, there may be some probative value here to uncover whether or not he might have unduly influenced
She is
IA
alive,
to
yeah.
bend and or skirt some rules
Yo,
in due
in
process
testimony,
in order
didn't
to,
someone say he
conduct
shot me in the
follow-on
pussy?
interviews. So because of that,
I thought
I'm
she
going
did, didn't
to,
she? Didn't Meg
overrule
say
the
that?
objection
Because I
at this
remember
time.
dying laughing.
But a lot of it is going to honestly come down to timeline.
yes, Your Honor.
Understood, Your Honor.
So,
Splinter, I know you're good at keeping notes. You remember my question?
whether you asked
you-
whether or not Hunter was operating a boom mic in
a-
People's B.
Yeah, a boombox operator on October 4th, 2020.
No.
You're making a
Yeah,
fucking
not
habit of this.
sorry, not a
Alright,
boombox.
Go
A
stand
boom
in the
mic
corner, all the
on
way against the wall.
October
like you.
4th in
I
People's
swear to God, if you hit us again, I'm gonna
Exhibit
arrest you.
B.
And if you all want to have a
Okay.
boxing match, do me a favor, take it outside.
I just told him off. I don't know. It's happened like 3 times now. This guy's got a fucking problem.
Who is it?
Sorry,
Dan?
Your Honor.
Who?
Dan Faley.
Officer Dan Faley, sir. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, whatever you're doing back there, use it with the right arm instead of left arm, Dan. Y'all know that by now.
Yes, sir. Will do.
All right, go ahead, Bill.
All right, were you operating a boom mic during the incident depicted in People's Exhibit B?
Hey Jay, what the hell are you doing?
Just for my boy Brian, you know. Yeah, I was.
I'm gonna break your fingers so that they permanently
sorry, I'm
looking
sorry,
like
I'm
that.
sorry.
You're throwing signs in my courtroom.
I apologize. I apologize. Yes, I was. I was holding the boom mic.
Okay. Why were you videotaping Assistant Chief Metzger and audio recording him?
Objection compound.
Sustained. One at a time.
Why were you audio recording Assistant Chief Metzger?
All right. So the reason we were recording and filming him is because this guy is corrupt and he's trying to kill Brian after everything they've been through. He's doing corrupt stuff. He's trying to kill me. He's trying to make me get fired. Trying to strike me. Trying to strike my boy Brian. Trying to, you know. cover
Objection
the
facts
truth
are not
up.
in
This guy's
evidence.
corrupt as fuck, man.
Are you stating that as an opinion or as empirical fact?
We have facts.
Oh,
Sustained.
no.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did anyone? No, that won't work. Give me a minute, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Hunter. Is it okay if I call you Mr. Hunter?
Of course, of course.
All right. Have you ever seen Assistant Chief Metzger take punitive action against
Man, he's just making this up.
Brian Knight?
Objection relevance.
Your Honor, if I can't lay foundation, then there's no point to my witness being up.
Overruled.
Understood.
So what was the question?
Have you ever seen Assistant Chief Metzger take punitive action against Brian Knight?
Yes, I have.
Why?
Objection facts are not in evidence.
I mean, I opened up the door to it. Officer testimony in these courts have been taken instead of police reports for years. We should be able to take the word of an officer in a criminal proceeding once again as fact, even if there is no facts or solid proof.
May I rebut, Your Honor?
Yeah, go ahead.
If there were any sort of punitive action that are going to be directly and definitively referenced inside of this courtroom, then the documentation should have been submitted in order to substantiate that fact as it would have been documented as pursued punitive action.
And my reply to that is that Internal Affairs will not provide any documentation of whether it be punitive actions or reports to the general public if they make a complaint against the officer to substantiate their complaint, so they may seek civil or
Objection
punitive action.
counsel is testifying to this.
Lord God Almighty, would the both of you knock it off for 10 seconds so I can hear myself think?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, shit.
All right. Now, facts as to Brian being suspended by Chief Metzger previously are not in evidence. So let me think here. I'm going to have to sustain it. However, I'm sustaining it on the why question, and you may rephrase that question.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you have personal knowledge of why the punitive action was taken against Officer Knight?
I'm going to object
Yeah.
to that as unresponsive.
I said yeah, bro.
Let the man take a minute to gather himself.
Yeah, I know, right?
all
What the fuck, bruh?
Understood.
Sorry, repeat the question. Do I know why he got suspended?
Do you have personal knowledge as to why he's had punitive action taken against him by Assistant Chief Metzger?
Just tell
It
him.
was something to do with I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't know. No, I don't. Something about him fucking.
Have you ever seen Assistant Chief Metzger harass or belittle Officer Knight?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Have you ever seen Officer Swenson harass or belittle Officer Knight?
100%.
Has Officer Swenson ever harassed or belittled you?
Oh, all the time.
What the fuck?
True.
Can you recall a specific incident
What the fuck?
as to when
Well, if I wasn't
Officer
before,
Swenson
okay, now start now.
harassed or belittled Officer Knight?
Objection relevance.
Showing bias of the investigating officer.
May I rebut to that, Your Honor?
I'll hear it.
Officer Svensson was not the investigating officer, nor was he the officer that compiled the report.
I'm not even on there.
Your officer, if there had been an officer signature or name on it, as is indicative of proper police reports that have always been accepted by this court, I could believe that.
Motherfucker, I said it's my report right on the fucking report.
Your Honor, may I retort to that?
It doesn't
Which
matter if
copy
your
of the
name's
report?
on the report.
The final copy that was accepted by the courts does have Officer Lance Malton listed
The
as
argument,
prepared
the
report.
argument
It
here
does, in
that they're
fact,
trying to
have
bring up
Malton
is like,
listed as preparing
our police reports in this incident are the normal standard when it is never the
Well,
standard.
this whole system's corrupt because let me speak some facts right now.
All right.
The day that this guy
Quiet.
got suspended, Moulton said he had no idea what was going on in the
Quiet.
parking lot. Now you put your name on it.
Hey,
He's fucking.
that's enough.
Your Honor, I must be looking at something different. Can you point out to me where this is, please?
It's the final PDF copy of the.
I think the reading lessons are
of
next
the
door.
report. That was, I believe, it's on the 4th page of the docket, about halfway down.
Oh my God, Bill, ask the question. Hey, Bill, can you come over here?
Yeah, 4th page, about halfway down. It was submitted by Larry Hallow. I believe it's the only
Is the
submittal that
evidence-
Larry Hallow has put onto this docket.
Okay, but where is Officer Malton's statement on said document?
It said government employees involved, and Lance Malton is third from the bottom, and it puts in parentheses next to his name, prepared the report.
Yeah, it does say that on the government employees that Lance Malton is annotated as having prepared the
Sidebar, Your
report.
Honor.
For Christ's sake. All right, approach.
Officers that are on the top of the report, always primarily the ones collecting evidence.
Yo, it's going well. It's going well, bro.
Yeah, I think so too. I got some questions to give him.
All right. Bro,
Evidence
I don't
in
remember anything, to
proper
be honest.
format, do
Remind me again. Is this when they suspended you?
I think so. I think he's, yeah, like the scenarios that followed it.
He didn't even ask about Benny's or anything. But you know what the funny thing is? Remember we were in the parking lot. Molten said it's got nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it doesn't have anything to do with him. It's to do with the people you see the most, and it was like Richard Dark or some shit.
Indicate.
So,
Hold on, I gotta write this down. Does being
Hunter, I see you up there holding it down, man. You hold it down.
I'm trying to expose this
Hunter,
corruption. And
get your ass back up here.
officers that are at the top of the report. Oh, someone's
sorry about that.
collecting the evidence.
All right. Hope.
Thank you.
I just do want to say one thing. I want this to be in the records,
Okay.
all right? Metzger
Everything you say is
and
stricken from the records
Molten.
from here forth.
Well,
Hey,
put
right
this
over
on the
here.
record. Molten,
No, you just
Svensson,
got him dismissed because you
Metzger,
left
they're all
the
working
stand.
together. They're corrupt as fuck, all right? Just remember that.
Doesn't he work with them too?
So just because
don't-
he's on the report doesn't
Just to see for
imply
Meg.
he's the only one working.
They were
on the
trying to hold my
report.
boy down, Brian
There's
Knight. He
plenty
didn't
of
do
times
this
where I'm at
murder.
the top of a
This
report.
prostitute fucked him.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not illegal.
I really doubt since he's lesbian.
Has the doctor made it back yet?
I am not sure. Dr. Weston, are you present?
No, he's not.
Okay, I'll throw out an email to him and see where he's at, Your Honor.
All right.
Hey,
Do you have
request
anybody
shit.
else?
5-minute recess, Your Honor. While
Granted.
Spliner gets an answer.
Granted, court is in recess.
Yeah, so Hunter just got dismissed and everything stricken because he came down to talk to you.
Oh fuck. I think that's fine, to be honest. Did anything that he mentioned, was it even relevant, to be honest?
The fact that he's seen Officer Swenson harass you, so
Oh, yeah.
I wish you can bring up how much Svensson and Metzger verbally and verbally belittle me all the time too.
I think you got this. I You got this.
I don't
Mace.
know.
Up yours,
I don't know. It's unraveling right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. You got this, man. You're doing good. The objections you're having is getting
He shut her. Shut the fuck up.
the
Why are you
judges
threatening
the
us
judges
now?
on your side on most of them. So
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. They don't really have
I'm
a
not
witness.
a prostitute. I'm still a
They've got
virgin, so that's
witnesses
like
that
the
have
weirdest thing.
Can you quiet down, please, ma'am?
alternative motives. I mean, I got placed.
Yeah,
Oh,
he-
what happened to Soze?
Hey, Monty, can you come here?
He was not allowed to be entered as a witness.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Good question.
Was he? Wait, what? Really?
So,
why?
because the case was originally filed with both of you as defendants, Soze indicated that he was going to be waiving his Fifth Amendment. Once the trial was severed, he then became not a available witness for this case.
Right.
That being said, I had a witness.
You know the thing. Oh my God. Soze was present. Clarkson was present. If there was any malice, they would have stepped in.
Mm-hmm.
So are we going to take the hearsay testimony of a bunch of prostitutes that have stated taking Brian as our core evidence here when she was found with a dildo, where some of them had relations with Brian? You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah. Question is can we, in closing, if I assert that a command member or high command member was present at the incident and didn't take any punitive actions,
I mean, think about it. If I did anything wrong, what they didn't step in, and all the indications are that something happened to me, and we cleared the scene. We allowed them to investigate. If I was trying to hide something, wouldn't I have? For something like second degree? I mean, the medical report shows I was drugged. It shows. Wait, does it show the bruise on my stomach? Does it note it?
Let me bring it up.
I'm starting to think it didn't. Where the fuck did this medical report even come from to begin with?
The DA's office.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Medical report
And
didn't
maybe
note
if he
all
didn't
the
fucking interfere and stuff so much. Due process of us actually visiting pillbox and everything would have made it a lot better.
Very true.
I don't know.
Well,
I just came to support you, Dad. I'm here.
I appreciate that, Dad. Hell yeah.
All right.
Oh man, the
there was a
city's
bunch of-
fucked right now. Is there even anyone on duty?
Oh yeah, I mean
So-
Chief and all that's over there, but there are a bunch
Here's
of
the other
ops.
thing. Here's
Yeah.
the other thing that everyone's failing to witness. How many strippers were in front of you?
4.
And who was sitting behind them?
So say.
And none of them were miraculously hit?
Yeah.
And you were never GSR tested, so...
I don't even know what
mean,
happened.
Jeeves also stated that it happened behind him in his statement. You know what I mean?
100%.
So, yeah, it's fucked, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Hallow can mislead people and say, "Oh, it's the exact same argument," when this is the third fucking report that's been entered.
Yep.
Not even
100%.
counting how many times it's been edited or all.
We should have put the dildo into physical. Oh my god. They didn't even collect the dildo and the strap on.
Unbelievable. Their main goal was to make you look bad, Dad.
Yeah. Where's the dildo?
Where is the dildo?
It's a strap on, actually. The dildo and the strap on are two separate things. It was huge, Maze. It was fucking massive.
I'm gonna go make a shirt that says "Where's the dildo?" and wear it in here.
Why? Because, I mean, when it comes, I mean, could have, I mean, where I feel like I don't want to jumble your mind up here, Maze, because I know you've got an angle, but like, I feel like what we got working for us is, number one, there's officers on scene that did not see anything I did as being incorrect or wrong. Right? Secondly, this is based, the entire argument of what it is that I did was based on civilians that have a joint, they have a motive, given that there's a court case where they're trying to get money. There's a motive here. Their motive is further substantiated by the fact that she took money, one of them, right? And requested money of me. And then furthermore, I was attacked by a dildo, and it, you know, in my infused mind, could have just been defending myself against said dildo.
Mm-hmm.
Can they really say definitively? I mean, and based on, and then finally ending with an investigation where they did not even take the effort to put it into a proper format. Took a IA report that is incomplete. We'll talk about it in a bit. I feel like I could. I feel like there's something
back
here.
into order. Mr.
Because remember, they have to
Mays,
prove beyond a
Yes, Your
reasonable
Honor.
doubt.
Do you have any
And he
other
just has
witnesses you
to
wanna call before the
display the
doc?
doubt.
You have other people on your
Yeah,
list
I
that are
can
here.
call Officer Swenson.
All right.
Hey, Svensson, you're up.
Oh no, where did Buck go?
He's talking to Svensson and in that room right there, but they're coming
Yeah,
back now.
Buck
Yep.
wanted to talk for a sec. What's going on?
Oh, okay. You're being called forward, sir.
Cool.
All right, raise your hand for me.
No strap,
You
no
solemnly
rap.
swear affirm the testimony about to give before my court today.
No
is true, the whole
dong, no
truth, nothing but the
wrong.
truth, or I might just kill you. So help you, Unity the cat.
I do.
All
Praise
right.
Unity.
Unity.
Rest in peace, Unity.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Aw.
What?
Are they?
Let me rip Bowser here soon. Sorry,
What
Your Honor.
the hell? Who's trying to kill my old?
There's
trying to
a
kill it?
court case against Bowser asking for the euthanization of Bowser.
What?
Yep.
No.
Denied.
way.
It's the hobos, actually.
It is actually
It's
on the
hobos.
docket.
Denied. Anyhow, go ahead with your direct line.
Officer Swenson, did you partake in this investigation?
No.
Did you question Officer Knight in relation to this investigation?
No.
What did you question him on?
Objection. The witness directly stated they did not question him.
Your Honor, he's lying. We've heard testimony that he did, in fact, question Officer Knight.
May I rebut, Your Honor?
I'll hear it.
I would
What the-
suggest that the defense counselor then call upon a motion to impeach Sergeant Svensson based on any sort of material fact of perjury that he can find. A contested fact by two different lines of testimony does not necessarily and immediately indict to perjury.
What was the question again? It was what did he question Brian Knight on?
Yes.
And the objection is for what?
I believe it would be a misstatement of testimony, but I'm not entirely sure. Possibly leading, considering the fact that Officer Sergeant Svensson, excuse me, just directly said that he didn't question Brian Knight. He can't answer the question because he did. He as stated in his previous testimony within
Can I
this
say
line of
something, Your
questioning. Let me think here. God damn it. Let me we're gonna go ahead and sustain.
I can't tell if he's
the objection,
perjuring.
because of the generality of the question. Mr. Mays, get specific, please.
On October 4th, did you meet with Brian Knight?
Yeah.
What was the meeting regarding?
Objection relevance.
Lang Foundation, Your Honor.
Overruled. Witness will answer.
Understood.
I met with him in regards to what he said on the radio when he went on duty.
Did this incident ever come up in that conversation?
Objection
What's
vague.
this incident?
The incident we're in court for.
I objected to vague, Your Honor. I apologize. I may have been having issues with my voice box.
Your Honor.
Honor, are you okay?
I'm not sustaining that objection. We know what incident we're talking about. Overruled. The witness will answer.
Understood.
It's part of an internal investigation. I'm not sure if has that been subpoenaed, Your Honor?
Answer the question, Svensson.
I questioned him about what he said going on the radio, and he talked about an event. I'm unsure if it's related to this one. I wasn't involved in investigating this case at all.
Oh my god, dude! Woo!
What was the event?
Your Honor, I'm going to motion to impeach this witness due to their generic irrelevance. They are opposing no material facts to the case or charges at hand.
He's
being very hostile and jumping around it, Your Honor.
all right. Do you have a motion you'd like to put before the court, then, Mr. Mills?
Yeah.
I love this.
Permission to treat the witness as hostile.
Granted.
Officer Swenson, when did you speak
It's
to
Sergeant
Brian
Swenson.
Knight? Excuse me, are you not a law enforcement officer?
My rank is sergeant.
Are you a law enforcement officer?
I am. My rank is
Answer the
sergeant.
question. So you are an officer, correct?
Legal definition, yes. My rank is sergeant.
Okay. So using a genetic term has nothing to do with how I address you.
Objection.
I believe it
Argumentative.
does. It's about respect, Maze.
The witness is considered hostile, although arguing about somebody's rank is a little bit beneath both of you. Now, he is a
Noted, Your
sergeant.
Honor.
He is a
Oh,
sergeant.
man, I
You
love
should
Swenson,
address him
man.
as such.
All right.
He
Sergeant
did,
Swenson.
in fact, earn the rank.
It's Svensson. My name's Svensson.
Swenson. That's what I'm saying. Did I
That's-
You
stutter?
said Swenson.
True
He
DO
might
train.
have a little bit
I
trouble with
think
the
the
SV,
convolution is
I've heard
the
it say-
fact that
I've
the
heard it say it correctly tonight.
report they're using is marked as a IA report.
Christ.
When did you
I don't
speak
think
to Brian in
Svensson
relation
knows
to the
that
events,
necessarily,
before
though.
the court?
October 4th.
So you did talk to him.
Well, that's what was asked and answered.
What did you find out in that conversation?
He admitted he shot a stripper.
Did you pass that information on to anyone?
I did not.
What?
Did you ever Mirandarize him?
Nope.
Did you ever assist in the conducting of compiling
Oh my
this
god, I
report?
can't believe
Nope.
you
I
just
was
said
in
that.
no way involved in this report at all.
Oh my god.
Your Honor, it was not asked and answered. It was asked and answered if you had an issue in the incident. This is speaking to the report specifically.
I'm gonna overrule the I mean,
I
honestly,
love
the
this
witness
court
answered the
case,
question
man.
before I could do anything anyway. So there we go.
Understood.
Did you meet with Officer Knight in Toledo?
Yeah.
Did this report or did this incident come up there as well?
Did the incident happen in Toledo? Is that the question?
No. Did it come up in Toledo as well during conversation?
Yeah, I just confirmed it did.
Okay. Who else was present at that?
Deputy Dark.
Who else?
Yeah, that's all. It was at the conversation with Brian.
Did you question Brian regarding the incident at Toledo?
I questioned him in regards to what he said on the radio when he came on duty.
Okay, that's not the question. Did you question him regarding this event in Toledo?
I'm unsure. I can't answer the question because I'm not sure what exactly he was referring to when I questioned him.
Did you Mirandarize him before asking questions?
I've already
Objection
asked
asked and
that.
answered.
No, it wasn't.
All right. So we have a fundamental issue here. Svensson, is the discussion at Toledo, did that occur on October the 4th?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're doing is we're retreading the exact same pathway here. So in because now even I am confused with my own notes because of how this is being handled. So here we go. So the first time you spoke with Officer Knight was on October the 4th in Toledo, correct or incorrect?
I mean, yes, in regards to this specific
Yes,
incident.
in
I
regards
believe.
to this, yes, in regards to any type of mentioning of the incident we find ourselves here about today.
I think so. I'm unclear. He described events that could have taken place at this, what is being referred to in this case, but I'm unsure because I wasn't
Was
involved in
he?
the case.
Then
and I
did you
didn't question
suspend
further.
him?
All right.
Was-
So that will. All right. I just want to be sure that the Toledo with Brian, with Dark being there.
How
and
did he get
no Miranda,
suspended
and
then?
He admitted to shooting a stripper. That's all October the 4th.
Oh, this is so crazy.
Okay, and the initial reasoning was some comment.
Honestly,
over the
I think
radio,
this
that's why
helps
you called him
Bill,
up.
by the way.
Yeah, Officer Knight announced that he was on duty with a 1041 call, but that he was also suspended. And I asked why he was suspended, and he admitted that he shot a stripper. And at the point, I told him he was suspended and to go home, and I wasn't going to question him any further because it could be criminal.
No, he didn't. What the fuck?
All right, so there we go. There's October the 4th in Polito. Now that we have that as a baseline, counselor, if you have more questions, please ask them.
Did you relay that information to any other officer?
Objection. Asked and answered.
That question, yes, was asked, and I assume, Sergeant, that when it was asked, you were referring to this incident, and when you said no, you meant, this conversation. Correct?
Correct. I have not
Thank you.
spoken to any officer regarding this investigation.
Thank you. My notes are now in order. We can once again continue.
Were you approached with a subpoena regarding a report for this investigation?
That was sustained, by the way, just to be sure.
Understood. Thank you.
Yo, Brian. Bro, he's actually
objection,
lying
relevance.
on the stand right now.
Yeah.
He's actually lying on the stand.
Your Honor.
Question
Of
was
course he
whether or
is.
not he's had any other discussions with Brian.
No, it was us. If he had been approached for with a subpoena for a report regarding this incident.
And I objected to the relevance of that.
Yeah, I don't think he necessarily remembers it, by the way. Chat,
Your
keep
Honor,
that
it's
in
laying
mind.
foundation.
You're laying an awful lot of foundation today. What do you intend to get to?
The next question will finish up my
But in the same vein, that's a very confident statement
All right,
that was
I'm
just
gonna give
made
it overruled.
for something that didn't occur.
So, Sergeant, were you approached with a subpoena for a report regarding this incident?
I was never presented with subpoena. You said you had one, and I told you I'm not cooperating with your subpoena because I didn't see one and I didn't have the court's authority on it.
Did you ever look at the docket to validate said subpoena?
I was never contacted by the court.
No further questions, Your Honor.
He's straight up lying on the stand right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. He's
Well,
straight up lying on the stand.
Did
Yo,
Brian Knight
ready
admit to
for
shooting
this.
a stripper to you?
He did.
Okay. Did he provide any details as to why he shot a stripper?
No, I told him to go home as soon as he mentioned something that could be criminal.
No, he
Okay.
didn't. He said he's
did he seem
suspending me
to-
to figure out what the hell is going
This
on.
is why we need
that would
Bass.
contradict the
Yeah,
answer you just
yeah.
gave me.
Where is Bass?
Give me 1 second.
Bass
He's
can't make
busy.
it.
Yeah.
Did this interview conclude into any investigation on your part?
None at all. It was purely an investigation from an employer to an employee in regards to why they said something on the radio. Once criminal charges were brought up, I dismissed them.
Okay. Was any aspect of this interview passed on to a prosecutor?
Absolutely not.
Alrighty, I have no further questions.
No, Bass has
Sergeant
IRL
Swenson.
stuff.
If
It's Sergeant Svensson.
Jesus.
again, sir, how about I just call you sir? That good?
If that's all you can do, that works.
If none of the internal investigation was given to prosecutors or outside your department, how did they come in contact with this report?
Objection, misstatement of questioning.
I didn't make a report.
Yo,
How did he
this
answer that?
is wild. Yo, honestly, at this point, I want Brian to go to jail.
I'm gonna overrule
And
probative value
the
outweighs
whole like,
this will answer.
this is so
I'm
good,
not involved in
dude.
any report, so I'm not sure.
If
what
there's
report you're referring to,
anything
though.
that makes Brian believe the eye is extremely corrupt, this is the one.
Is your department allowed to hand out reports to the general public or DA?
No.
Objection, scope.
Chat, be
So how did
You can talk
your-
about the
Hold on,
characters,
hold on.
not about the
Svensson,
people.
can you give me
It's
maybe
role
2
play
or
at the
3
end of the
seconds
day.
to
sorry,
submit an
dude.
objection?
Don't get-
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I'm gonna overrule it.
I love
Over
Svensson's
value
character.
again.
I really do.
Okay, so for the record again,
You
his
know what I'm
answer
saying?
was
Let's
no.
just make sure we direct it properly.
I'd like to expand on it though, because there was an
Well,
objection.
No, that's
So
fine.
no,
No. That's
generally
fine.
we
You
don't give
answered
out
the question,
information,
sir.
but there are exceptions.
You're
Someone talked over me, just like you're doing to me now. That's why I
yeah,
expanded.
because I asked you a yes or no question. You answered it as a no, correct?
I answered it as a no with the
Correct.
allowance that I was going to expand on that because there are exceptions.
Jesus.
Well, it's a yes or no question.
All
No, it's
right,
not.
move on.
Thank you. That's all, Your Honor.
If there was ever a time to believe the IA was corrupt, it's after
Yes,
this
right
fucking
now.
testimony.
Yes,
100%,
let me
Dad.
step down. Mind the glass.
You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, sir.
All right, Bill. Next.
Your Honor, at this time, the only other witness on my list that's here, hopefully, would be the doctor.
The doctor should be here. I believe I see him.
Yep.
All right, step forward, doctor. I remind you, sir, you are still under oath. These proceedings
sir.
have not ended since the last time you were here.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
And
this has
so
been
if I catch you lying in my
so.
courtroom, I'm going to hang you by your stethoscope.
I love every minute about
Very
this.
good.
Yeah.
Did
Verdict
you treat
at the-
Officer Knight on
verdict,
the
who cares?
night of October 3rd?
Yes, I did.
For what injuries?
He came in unconscious. He had drugs in his system, and he also had a bit of bruising on his chest and his gluteal muscle, which is his buttocks.
Okay. Is there any indication on how the drugs entered his system?
There was a needle in his gluteal muscle, which is his buttocks, but can't 100% confirm that that was the only source of, drugs entering his system.
Okay. Did you write the medical report filed as the exhibit by Larry Hollow?
I did.
There's no such piece of evidence that was submitted by me.
I didn't submit any evidence, Your Honor, except
Right.
for the report.
Yeah, no, did...
Oh, wait, this means I can be included now.
Semantics. Sorry.
Defense C, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Did you write that report?
Is that for the Meg Karakers one? Sorry.
No, it's for the medical report regarding Officer Knight.
I don't have it open, so sorry. 1 second.
Yo, I'm gonna catch up on the subs chat. Sorry, I'm like focused on the RP. We'll do it afterwards. I promise.
Can I get a copy of that? My apologies.
It will be on the docket on the 5th page.
Who said serious? Who said these kinds of RP can't be enjoyable? I love this shit. That's right. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, starts our full playthrough. That YouTube link shows the preview and giving away 3 copies of Watch Dogs right there. Follow that link.
Okay. And you signed it correctly this time?
Yes.
All right. No further question.
Okay.
Cross?
Yes. Were there any penis-shaped bruises on Officer Brian Knight's stomach?
Yes, there was.
Okay. Did you treat Officer Knight before or after Meg Karakers that evening?
Objection, speculation. Or relevance, sorry, relevance to the question that I had put.
What?
I can-
Overruled. Witness will answer.
Okay. Did you treat Officer Knight before or after Make Hire Cruise that evening? If you recall.
I genuinely cannot recall. I believe it was after, but I can't 100% confirm that.
Okay.
I forgot
How
to
long?
start.
How long does it take for cocaine to take effect on somebody who ingests it?
Could take quite a long time. Exact details are dependent on their body and their structure and all that stuff, so I couldn't give you a pinpoint.
Okay. Did Officer Knight seemed high when you were treating him?
He was unconscious at the beginning, so when I treated him, but when I, as soon as I started working on his bruises and after, I gave him Narcan, he started
A
coming
lot
back
of
to
fun, Snow.
consciousness,
I've
and
loved
he
it.
did have
I
a
miss
couple
these
symptoms,
kind of
yes.
court cases a
Okay.
lot.
Eyes included.
Were there any other?
It's funny how such a
medical conditions that you needed to treat Officer Knight
SBS
for that
scenario
evening,
has
other
turned
than
into
his,
maybe
his
some of the
bruising
most
and his,
nail-biting,
his
like
apparent
intense
intoxication?
court RP.
Well, he did have alcohol in his system, so I had to pump out his stomach.
And IA
Gave him
just
Narcan
fucking
for the,
perjured on the stand.
drugs, and
So
yeah,
there's
other
that.
than the bruising, no.
Okay, I don't.
So you
think
can
I have any
imagine
further
where
questions for
Brian's
this witness.
head's at this point.
Not done with cross yet. 1 second, Your Honor.
Yeah.
All right.
Though I don't think it's maybe necessarily intentional
What
lying.
drugs
I think it's
exactly
like
was Brian Knight affected by?
misremembering,
Were
but
there any other drugs in his system whatsoever?
being very
I think that's all I have.
confident in a
Requesting
false statement.
sidebar regarding that question, Your Honor.
Oh, I agree. It'll be good RP.
They could have been slapping him with a dildo because you had a strap on. You can't even slap that with that one.
Well.
Hey, Wesker.
Okay, I need to think for a minute.
I'm the judge.
Did you hear that, Dad?
If the I did.
I'm a judge as well.
Good job.
If the dildo fits,
Would you like
you must
okay?
quit.
Oh, fuck my life.
If the dildo fits, you must quit.
It's $3,000, ma'am.
We need the
I have a
dildo.
weapons license.
Where's the dildo?
Oh. Do I need a weapons
Wait,
license?
it's been stated where.
I have the big guns today.
Bolton, you could have
Oh.
saved my ass, literally.
How much would that cost?
I tried to help. I tried to seek your help that day.
Big guns?
Yeah, I'll take
What?
the big guns.
This is
I
the
said
big
you could have
guns.
saved my ass.
What do you mean?
Tried to show you my ass.
You
That's
did
big
show it to me.
It's a very big gun.
Please don't kill me at my.
Where did you put that gun?
You pulled down your pants and showed me your ass. I asked if I need to take a picture. Or... You not remember that,
I
Brian?
have no further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
All right. Redirect.
We
No further questions, Your
now
Honor.
we now have multiple testimonies.
Very good.
The point of the
Doctor,
fact
thank
that
you
there was
for
a
coming in.
dildo
You
and that
may
dildo
step
was
down.
not taken into evidence.
Behind the glass.
I just went up there and spoke to them because they were saying you
Councilman
claimed in
Mays.
testimony.
Hmm?
Your Honor, at this time, Sergeant Bass is not here.
No, Sergeant Bass
Nope,
is
I
unavailable
just
for
double
these
checked.
proceedings.
Yeah, no, I just double checked. He wasn't sure if he'd make it before the end or not. So I'm going to.
All right. If he would like
rest.
us to hold on for like 5-10, we can. Otherwise, we
I
can call it.
no, I spoke to him. He needed a little more time than that, so I don't think he will be able to make it. I was just double checking.
Yeah, I'm not interested in holding all these folks here
Nope.
later than I have to.
No, that's why I double checked, and I was going to state that at this time we rest and prepare my Murphy Braun tangent closing.
Very well. This court is prepared to hear closing arguments if both counsels are prepared to give them.
I'm prepared, Your Honor.
Mr. Mays?
I should be.
All right.
Wait, really?
Closing arguments.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Here we go, boys.
Your Honor, people of the court, today you have heard multiple eyewitnesses from civilians that were at the Manila Unicorn that night, along with the Assistant Chief of Police, Thomas Metzger, who collected evidence from the scene directly after the crime was committed. This evidence and testimony leads to
Objection,
one
Your
truth.
Honor. Facts not in evidence. It was testified that Officer Metzger took no part in this because it was an internal investigation.
Your Honor, do I need to rebut to that?
Per Officer Metzger's testimony, he had somebody else handle the investigation because, and I quote, it was officer involved. He called IA right away.
Your Honor, there is more intrinsic value to that. Because he was the first officer on scene, he collected the physical evidence. That's the only thing that I'm referencing. He collected the gun casings. He took pictures.
All right, continue.
Alrighty. I'll just go ahead and start from the top because I was barely into it. Today, you have heard multiple eyewitnesses from civilians that were at the Vanilla Unicorn that night, along with Assistant Chief of Police Thomas Metzger, who collected evidence from the scene directly after the crime was committed. This evidence and testimony leads to one truth: that beyond a shadow of a doubt, Brian Knight fired upon Meg Kyra Cruz with his state-issued assault rifle, leaving her with no less than 7 gunshot wounds to her lower abdominal region that, as testified by both emergency medical services and the doctor that treated her and saved her life that day, that her injuries would have been life-threatening and needed immediate medical assistance and surgery to prevent her expiry. The defense has tried to throw whatever shadow of doubt they can find, but as you have heard today, there was no such shadow to find, with material evidence backing it up when it stands to the light of the facts concerning this incident. The only attempt at an affirmative defense that could be found was one of intoxication. Evidence of such an event was never provided by the defense before the court during the discovery period due to their own incompetence or laziness or some combination therein. This evidence does not establish when Officer Knight was under the effect of any type of intoxication. There is nowhere within a narrative of testimony that a timeline was established that this affected Officer Knight's decision-making abilities. There are no other eyewitnesses that testify to the syringe being present, despite most of them being intimately involved with Officer Knight at the Vanilla Unicorn. This fact that the drugs played no part in the incident at the Vanilla Unicorn,
going in, boys. We going in. We gotta call
actions.
Hunt.
He
No.
asked for consent to, air quotes, spray them down, as stated by no less than 3 eyewitnesses who were immediate first-hand accountants to the event. The defendant fired upon Meg Kyra Cruz and inflicted life-threatening injury. None of these eyewitnesses have testified to any out-of-character behavior from Officer Brian Knight. No evidence exists that there was a concern for his decision-making abilities, that this kidnapping event ever happened. Officer Knight is the only person testifying to this narrative, probably out of his own desire for self-defense. This is far from an exonerating factor. There's not even enough evidence to suggest that it is a potentially mitigating factor. There is no evidence correlating the incident at the Vanilla Unicorn with this drug intoxication. So let us return to the actual facts of what happened now that this affirmative defense has been totally and utterly discarded.
He's a really good speaker.
As stated by the Penal Code for the state of San Andreas, attempted second-degree murder is the attempt to unlawfully kill that doesn't involve malicious aforethought, the intent to seriously harm or extreme reckless disregard for life and the potential heat of passion, and callous disregard for human life. By what objective reasonableness could one state that firing an automatic weapon on an exotic dancer is a lawful use of a firearm? How is he defending himself? How is there any sort of castle law coming into effect? Where's the threat? There is none.
Who the hell said anything?
How is it that he could justify
You
shooting
mean
7
the dildo
rifle
that
caliber rounds into a
attacked
human
me?
body? Is that not a callous disregard for human life?
You got this.
The defense has provided no mitigating factors before this court today that can be verified, other than irrelevant and unverifiable conspiracy from his superiors that, again, happened after the fact, ultimately irrelevant to the point at hand.
I don't understand the after the
this
fact
action from
part.
his superiors, although unverified,
Evidence collected
has
after the
nothing
fact
to do
is
with these
still
several,
relevant.
no less than 3
It's an
civilian
interesting thing
eyewitnesses
to look
that
at.
attested to the facts before you today. The cold, hard, tangible evidence within the People's A that was captured on scene at the date of the crime by a third-party officer, Thomas Metzger, and compiled by another third-party officer, Lance Malton. The life-threatening damage done to Meg Kyra Cruz was captured by medical staff that saved the victim of Officer from Officer Knight's gross display and disregard for human life as was captured in the testimony, and the damage of such was captured within People's B. Your Honor, before you today are the facts of what happened on that night on October 3rd. No conspiracy theories, no irrelevant facts, nothing from the prosecution other than the facts of the matter. It is with these arguments in mind, with these facts in mind, the evidence and testimony that has been put before you today that the prosecution asked you to hold Officer Knight accountable for his violent display that night with the appropriate charge of attempted second-degree murder against Meg Kyra Cruz, who was simply at the Vanilla Unicorn doing her job. Thank you.
Mr. Mays.
Oh God,
Your Honor.
Fitz, you must have quit.
Oh shit! Brian is
I'm not
fucked.
going to say that because I don't want to be held in contempt. Your Honor, there are multiple issues with this case. Unfortunately, the only way to recap them all is a long tyrant. I mean, we can start off with Meg. Meg clearly stated that she didn't remember the events when questioned by District Attorney Splainer. Yet, she seemed to recall answering the questions pertinent that moved along his storyline.
Objection, misstatement of testimony.
No, she stated that she couldn't remember because she passed out.
She said that she couldn't remember up to a certain point.
All
She
right.
gave all details up to that point.
All right, continue.
All right. Later on in questioning, she was asked by Splainer if she remembered the events inside the Vanilla Unicorn, to which she did say no. She did not know who shot her, as she had only heard it stated from Liv. Stated she had no follow-ups, yet the doctor himself stated there were follow-ups. Stated she was paid for consensual acts that night. Stated in her testimony that Brian Knight shot her, but also testified she didn't see who shot her. I mean, we move on to the EMS. The EMS states in their medical report that her airway was clogged, yet there's no medical record of this. They also could not identify the victim that they took that night. Dr. Weston confirmed that everything he wrote in that report was true and accurate. Didn't provide any follow-up in that report to subsequent visits. Admitted
Billy
to
is
not
amazing.
sending the
He deals
full
with
medical report to
30
the court.
cases.
Stated he made error in the reports but gave a different report to the police.
He's so good.
Stated that the other report was quote-unquote personal to try and cover up his mistake, and then further signed the wrong name to the report. We heard testimony from Liv stating that only Meg was dancing in front of her, or in front of Brian Knight. Yet we heard Meg and other witnesses state that there was 4 of them, or 3 of them, depending on which question you believe at the time. We heard Jeeves' testimony that he saw the shooting. He knew it was Brian without a doubt. Yet in his written statement, he claims it happened behind him and he didn't see who shot. Your Honor, these events may or may not have happened. There has been no proof of forethought or malice attempt to kill anyone. I mean, we don't even know which event actions of the events are true. We also heard Swenson testify that internal affairs documents are not meant for the outside. So how did this report make it into the courts today? We also heard that he failed to do due diligence when presented by the defense, that there was a subpoena requesting a proper report for the defense. Your Honor, this is shoddy to say the least. There's so many enormous errors in this case and testimonies that need to be questioned and taken into consideration. I mean, my client, if they thought he shot, why didn't they GSR? That's all your question, Your Honor. No further.
All right.
You got this. You got
Court is
this.
in recess. I will set out
I
a
kind of wish
state
you would
announcement when I'm
mention,
ready to render
was
my
he
verdict.
assaulted? Could this
If
have
you're going to
happened?
stay in here,
There's a number of
keep it on
scenarios,
whisper
but
for me,
it was
please.
good. It was good.
I will
I
have to
know,
go.
I
Thank you very much. Court is in recess.
Thank you,
It's
Your
good,
Honor.
Billy.
This is ridiculous. I said you and
It was good. It was good, just like you said. You did good.
We'll see.
I think he should have added
We'll see.
more doubt. The unfortunate thing is he focused on the
You
investigation
need
was
a
shit
burger or water there, Dad?
and didn't necessarily
I should have let you know at the start of the case that they weren't accepting both witness lists and that you
it
weren't
should the focus shouldn't have been like, hey, the investigation was questionable. It should have
Fair enough, I just
mentioned
didn't
more
want-
on the
I didn't want
doubt.
you to think I was wasting your time.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Anybody need food,
Now, I'm going to
water,
state
anything
one
like that?
thing. Chat. Bill is a goddamn hero. Keep in mind that this man takes on multiple cases a day. Right? He works on multiple cases a day.
IA lying up there.
Oh my god, that fucking
I
blows
know.
my mind. Thing is, no one is going to know other than me and Dark.
Why not? Malton's standing right back there. Make a complaint.
Wait, what?
Malton's in the crowd. Make a complaint.
Are we making a complaint on?
Swenson.
Oh, yeah.
And
Are we doing that
realistically,
thing
he's
after
up
this
against
with,
someone whose only case he's
Stanton?
taken. This isn't to under the DA or
the preliminary.
What's his
Yeah.
name? The
You
guy
don't
in the
have to be
blue.
present for that.
He did an amazing
Well,
job,
want to
but
be.
understand
I
that
don't know if
Bill deals with multiple cases.
Okay.
This is Splainer's like only case in the
where is
last
that?
6 months.
Aren't you like?
You know what I mean?
How old are you again?
Probably outside.
So
Let me go.
I'm
talk
very
to him.
happy with what Bill did
Okay.
and continues to do.
Let me see your ID.
I think you got this, Dan. I think you got this. If anything, criminal use of a firearm, maybe. I mean,
Well, you know, here's the way I look at it, Dan. If I go to prison today,
So there you go. That's why I have an ID.
it is what it is. But you know what? It was all worth it. 'Cause I got the head of IA to lie on the fucking stand.
yeah.
Yes.
And if you go to prison for this, the people who sat there and tortured me should go to prison as well,
Damn.
Yep, that's right.
because they're just as guilty.
I don't dye my hair. Oh.
All right. So the other thing. Oh shit.
Oh man, fuck! Do they have burgers in prison?
What?
Do they have burgers in prison?
No.
Oh fuck!
You're not going to jail today, Dad.
Oh fuck! God damn it! I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go there. Fuck! I did not want to go inside. There was moaning. There was moaning. There was so much fucking moaning, and the dildo, it just kept getting worse. And there was so much. I was freaking out. I was freaking out.
Do you want me to swear at the judge or something if you get found guilty? So I'm found in contempt and go with
No,
you?
I don't think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll be good in there myself. You got a
Alright, if
lot
you
of
need
more
someone
work
to
ahead
get
of
your
you, Bill.
back, I got it for you.
I think you already have my back, Bill.
I mean, I could just stand up on the table here and be like, you know, if the dildo fits, you must acquit. You know.
I was kind of hoping somebody would say that.
No ball. So I also have a okay, so after this case, I'll try and get you out of here, Dan, first before my bar review. And yeah.
Don't worry, Dad. If you go to jail, I'll get Chang Gang to break you out.
Hey, yeah. There's a lot of no balls for you.
I'm gonna go make a coffee real quick.
You
You think I got like 3 minutes?
Yeah. Go get ready for those cock meat sandwiches. And
All right, give me a second, chat. I'm gonna go get a coffee. Be right back.
What's Stanton say?
He's not out there.
Oh.
But I mean, yeah. Well, I'll make the argument that you just want to say, as most informed about the situation, and stay there and be quiet while we deliberate it. Did you find out about the microphone?
No.
All right. Maybe talk to Artson real quick, and I'll stall on going in for my hearing.
Yeah, I can probably.
Yeah, just
probably
ask him if the microphone works.
If the dildo fits, you must quit. No dong, no wrong, right? No dong, no wrong. Hold it down. Hold it down, man. Hold it down. If the dildo fits, you must quit. All right? Come on, say it with me. Say it with me. Let's go get t-shirts made real quick. You think we have time? Maze, talk to me.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about coffee, but if you want to go do that, sure. I have to wear a suit.
I'm wearing a suit.
Yeah, but if you want to go get a shirt, go for it.
No phallus, no malice. All right? Your Honor, I just have something to say. If the dildo fits, you must quit. And then I get escorted out and put on a contempt charge.
And then you get to go to jail with your dad.
Hell yeah.
I mean, think of all the criminals, what they're going to do if a cop shows up there.
And most of them like me and Brian.
Bovice?
He will kill me.
What about your dad?
He'll kill me.
Yeah. So maybe it's best you guys stick together. Just saying, for his safety.
I really wish he would have said, if the dildo fits, you must quit, though. I mean, they said it during the OJ trial.
Yeah, if
how
there's
would
no
you gotten a
dick, these
contempt charge for
charges
that?
can't stick.
How would you have gotten a? You would not have
Well,
gotten a
see,
contempt
here's
charge.
the problem. Okay, here's the whole problem
right, I'm
with the
back.
little thing. If I bring it up because we had to strike or impeach fucking Meg,
She just took 3.5.
they're just gonna sit there and go, facts not in evidence. So that's the other issue, right? That's why you can't rely on the dildo offense.
Well, then I can bring it up.
Doesn't help that fucking Swenson is like on the fucking stand.
Good old Swenson.
Oh, yeah.
I call him Swenson from. No, he'll fucking strike me for that.
Do it. No.
He'll just start striking me because that's
For
him.
what?
Fucking. Oh,
Yo,
no,
Zillow.
disrespecting the superiors and
Tempest, thank
shit.
you for the 11 months. Anonymous with the gifty sub. Bernie Schultz with the 25 months. Nightbus with the 6 months. Melissa with the 15 months. Jesse Ryan with the 4 months. Keep City with the 5 gifty subs. Stormy with the 6 months. Blunt with the 9 months. Crumbweed with the 7 months.
I'm really
Position
sad
with the 7 months.
Bass wasn't here, though.
Way
I
with
think
the
he would've,
21 months.
Yeah.
Keep City with the 2 months.
support over
Sisoki
here.
with the 7 months. Jarda with the 8 months. Rim.
Where's all the
Jabba
other
with
kids
the
you
34
adopted,
months.
Dad? Where
Kun
aren't they here?
with
Hold
the 5
them
months.
down.
Dragon Lord with the 8
time?
months. Costa Kurtz with the 8 months. Albert Hall with the 6 months. Grand Snipe with the 6 months. Jason with the 4 months. Eddie with the 5 months. Salty Redneck with
See,
the
your
37
only
months.
true sons
Texas
here.
with the 15 months.
Me.
And Wolf with the 2K biddies. I appreciate you, Jan.
How old are you, Dan?
Whew.
I think I'm like 22.
I'm going to go grab my coffee
old are
real
you,
quick.
Brian?
Oh, I don't actually know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just started counting from when I hit puberty, which I think was like, I don't know. They say usual is like 12, 13, 14, right? 12, 13. So I just started counting up from there.
Chat, once again, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, starts our playthrough of the new Watch Dogs
Oh,
game.
I gotta go talk to that judge. Hold
Up to 3 copies will be given away. We're waiting for the verdict. I'm actually I'm still absolutely baffled at the testimony.
Oh, that's
I was not
sensitive?
expecting that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually shocking. No, actually, no, it's not. No, it's not at all. No, you know, I take that back. It's completely not shocking.
Yep. Damn. Maybe Talon was right.
You know what, Dan? I just made a bet I might have to say that, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You eating a lot of sub sandwiches or something?
Well, I said 25 or 100. So
Okay, yeah, I
Well-
said 100, so we'll see.
Hell yeah. You know, it was good to see a case like this go through the system. I know it's
Yeah.
a bit of a ridiculous case, but
Well, no,
it felt
because
like a
now
real case, you know?
It also fixes issues that are going to be coming up potentially with other departments and stuff like that, setting precedent. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I hope the judge looks at the
And-
fact that this is, I'm not trying to be biased here,
It's
but
the
I've
section S that
never
got out of hand.
seen a investigation this poorly conducted.
Well, you know what? My past experience, I know Artson is going over absolutely everything I said in closing right now, as well as planner. And I know he's going to see that written statements don't match up with the testimony.
Mm.
There you go.
I mean, it's plain as day that they're trying to extort money.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
What was that?
Sad thing about it all is, I would think the department would have had my back.
You would think.
Have you gotten me that goddamn list yet?
What list?
As soon as I get out.
Wait, what list?
Okay, Dan, you're being charged with a task.
I'm what?
I'm giving you a quest.
Oh, I thought you said I'm being charged with something.
No,
Fucking A.
I'm charging you with a task, like giving you a task.
Okay.
Come on.
You can do this, Dan.
You need to go out there and get me the names of many pro-union officers as you can.
Oh, Time
that are
Reducer has that
willing-
list, right?
What?
Yeah,
There's a
Time
list?
Time got a bunch of names down.
And they agreed to go to the court case
Which court case?
when we file it.
Yeah, well, I mean, sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, I can get a list together if needed, but I'm pretty sure Time got a bunch of names down.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot. This is my daughter. I think there's a lot of people that are willing to join. A lot.
Yeah.
Brian has so many kids. No dong, no wrong.
No dong, no wrong. Holding it down. No phallus, no malice.
Ooh, I like that one.
Hell yeah. I can't take credit.
Where the hell is?
No dick, the charges can't stick.
Ooh.
Exactly.
All right. If
Nora,
one of
thank
you
you for the
can let her know I sent her
Thank you for the gifted sub.
email.
Pro, thank you for the
about
2
list
months. And
suspended
Serial
time.
with the Prime
Yeah.
sub.
Okay.
Too bad we didn't have phone. Go get a phone and start fucking twatting these.
Oh,
You can do it, Dan. Go.
I got a phone.
What? How do you have a
No,
phone?
no,
I
no, no.
have a
Don't, no,
phone.
no. Don't tweet anything. Let's keep
Okay,
maintain the
okay.
professionalism. Remember, we're the professional side of the case.
Yeah. No erection, no corrections.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scarfing down dinner real quick.
You ever think we're like breeding cesspools?
What do you mean?
Just saying. Okay, I'll be back. It's that time of night. Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, yeah, what? I forgot to ask him about the appeal. Yo, Chris, thank you for the 3 months, you badge. What up, baby? All right. Easy, done, and done. We'll find out. Queso fundido. It's one of my most favorite ones. All right, let's move on from this, dude. I am so ready. I am so ready for Watch Dogs, boys. Just knowing that when I wake up tomorrow morning, I get to play. I've been thinking about it since we played yesterday morning. It's just on my head. I'm like, God damn. If you are picking up the game, you should check it on Epic Game Store or any game that you pick up from Epic Game Store. Use code dasMEHDI to help support the stream, baby. I'm only going to like midnight tonight because we have an early stream tomorrow. Yeah, we have an early stream tomorrow morning. So I want to make sure I get like my sleep in because it's going to be super fucking long. Yeah, must be super quick. Oh, really, Reverend? Hell yeah, man. Thanks for using the codes, dude. Yep. I have it fully installed with the HD textures. Oh, hell yeah, Skillless. I'm glad you've been enjoying the game, dude. Yep, with RTX. It looks so good. It looks so good, dude. Yeah, no, Brian's not getting fired. Yo, Sleepy, thank you for the prime sub, man.
What about if there ain't no schlong, there ain't no wrong?
Welcome to the Lion's Den. Yo, let me get some Betty
No
Roars.
wrong, no wrong.
Chat, you've been amazing. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the court case. I'm glad. I'm really, especially Artson carried as well. Artson made the court case feel so good. You know what'd be so funny? If there's a jailbreak that happens tonight. I'm already inside. If my jail sentence ends, can I put on my equipment and gear up?
The fact that's taking so long means we didn't lose outright.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
Or he's trying to comprehend this stupidity.
Or he's making himself a tuna fish sandwich.
Or
it's funny how
he's trying to
Artson's getting.
figure out how
well,
many
I mean,
contempt
there's
charges I
like,
get, and if I get a bad review from
there's
him, too.
room for objections,
Why would
but
he
I
hold
can
you under
understand.
contempt? What'd you
There
do?
needs to be RP too. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think I said whatever, something like that to him at one point.
Yes.
Bomb, 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 bomb. No, exclamation mark monitor has my link in it. We probably need a better link, to be honest. I love this new monitor, man. It's so
Are
clean.
you looking at my record?
No, I'm looking at what he could be charged with, or should have been, which would have been reckless endangerment, really.
Or assault with a deadly weapon?
Assault with deadly.
Yeah,
criminal
that's one of the things that really surprised me. I mean,
it's the DA being the DA.
Not for nothing. I mean, if you look at the report, it just there was no effort put in behind it, or any follow up effort. At minimum, the expectation should have been that it should have been converted into a formal document that would have been submitted to the DA's office. If it wasn't for the ADA or whoever the fuck Splainer is nowadays, I don't think they would have had much of a case, quite frankly. They had to pull their trump card. Mm-hmm.
Start calling them prolapse from now on.
He had to pull out the Blue Eyes White Dragon card.
Mm.
Wait, what is a Blue Eyes White Dragon? That sounds so familiar.
It's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the
Pokemon?
day.
Oh, yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. Or maybe like Exodia, the forbidden one, or whatever it was.
See, I never got into that. I played real games and mature games like that.
Let him take his time, man. It was a big
Little
case.
Cartoon characters.
Well, I was like 9 at the time, bro. Leave me alone.
Oh.
It was in 2000 when Pokemon was like the biggest thing. I was like 9 years old. So.
Are you calling me old?
Yes.
I graduated then.
Sorry.
Hey, I was so awesome. They gave
In
me
my
own
opinion,
Millennium.
he's probably considering maybe a crime did get committed. But was it really
apparently the
second degree?
White Dragon has
And he's thinking about what the charge would be
attributes or
appropriate.
something?
Yeah,
He may
something like
also
that, I
be
don't remember.
contemplating whether there's really enough there to say without a shadow of a doubt, did Brian actually do X, Y, and Z, given the lack of, strong evidence, really. I mean, who's to say I wasn't defending myself? You know?
They pulled out the first edition Charizard card. Those things are worth like $50,000 now.
Yeah, and you probably put it in the spokes of your
Which
bike like a little
surprises
idiot.
me, actually, that card is worth so much.
Oh, first edition Charizard? Oh my god, yeah. The first edition boxes sealed go for like $500,000.
Jesus.
Wow. So people, yeah.
It has
So-
to be first edition though. Like
You know
the
how-
very first edition box.
You know how there's like people that open stuff on the internet now?
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
most
yeah.
of them
God.
opening that, or are they opening something else?
Most of them are
It's-
open. Like the bigger YouTubers are opening. They're spending like $20,000-$30,000 on like first edition boxes.
Oh my god, dude! How do they
Yeah.
get their money back on that?
Dude, the hockey card openings are so addictive, and I don't know why,
Really?
and I'm
Wait,
embarrassed.
hockey cards are like that?
Yeah.
I was into watching Magic openings only because I have some semblance of an understanding of like I like the Magic ones because Magic is so unique, like all the different cards.
Yeah. There's tons of them.
And it's like
Yeah.
cool to be like, oh shit, that's pretty neat. But
The
like
first
with Pokemon,
edition-
I'm kind of like, well, there's only so many Pokemon.
Oh, there's thousands now. It used to be original 150, now there's thousands. It's
Wait,
insane.
there's thousands of Pokemon, really?
Yeah, I think it's like over 1,000. I'm not really sure.
Oh, over 1,000. Okay.
Yeah. First edition holographic Charizard that's like PSA graded 10 is like $200,000.
See, I'm sad that the space for X-Men trading cards isn't a thing, or Marvel in general. That shit would have been badass.
Oh my god,
You know,
there
Tony
is.
Cor-
I have an original set of when they first came out.
Tony Corleone was
Yeah, but they're not worth that much.
Tony
Sentimental.
Corleone was he was at home on Life Invader streaming opening Pokemon cards yesterday.
Like the newer ones, I imagine.
Yeah, the newer ones.
Oh, yeah.
What sports are you guys into? Football?
UFC.
Baseball?
The only sport worth watching nowadays.
Yeah. There's fucking. I was watching. There's $50,000 packs of basketball cards that came out this year. Like it's insane. Some of these.
Wait,
cards.
what?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you
It's
say?
like
There's what?
$50,000 packs, not boxes, not cases.
Wow.
packs of cards that people buy, and that's retail. That's not fucking auctions or anything.
I would fuck with UFC cards. I would fuck with those.
Yeah, some of them are pretty cool.
But the thing is that it would never hold value because everyone would buy the first editions.
Yeah. And
I think
that was
where Pokemon comes from is I think there was that space of time where it was like, hey, this is never gonna be worth anything, and then now it is.
Yeah, I mean, you look at hockey cards, baseball cards, football cards in the 90s, and they're just so mass produced that diluted the market. And even like top rookie cards are worth 10 cents just because there's so many of them.
I figured all the trading cards nowadays are just owned by Electronic Arts.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh, hey, let's play Ultimate. Could you imagine where, like, in the future, there's going to be accounts where it's like, hey, I have I don't know, like, NFL 2K5 account with, so-and-so. Or, like, a FIFA account, Like, hey, my FIFA account's got all these unlocks on it.
Yeah.
I mean, shit,
I mean, I played I used to dabble in a game that was kind of like that called EVE Online, where you can sell your accounts for massive amounts of money.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about World
Oh
of
shit!
Warcraft?
I think they might be done.
Yeah, World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft
Stan, I need your
counts,
help. I
or
need your
like-
help. I need your help.
I'll talk to Sam.
Need my help with.
Yo, Brian Sheldon, thank you for the 13 months, my man.
Hey, Stanton.
Okay, yeah, I'm good on that one. I'm gonna leave you out to it.
Stanton. Come here. Dan was wondering if he can partake in watching the preliminary. He's not saying anything, doing anything. He just wants to know the situation firsthand.
Yeah.
What was that?
Perfect. Yeah, he says yes.
Are you yawning?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, all right. Is that being held after this, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then my bar reviews after that.
Yeah. Good time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a
It's
fun fucking day.
How long does a preliminary hearing usually last?
No.
20 minutes,
Up there.
Not very
depending.
long.
Up there.
Okay.
You ain't never been to a
Yeah, fuck it,
preliminary
we'll do it
hearing
right
before?
I have not.
Actually,
No.
Is
I
it
don't
true
think
that
it's
you
ever been
slept
done
with your mother?
Oh wow, I'm setting the
You
president.
said that you did.
Yeah, usually they're done on phone calls.
Yeah.
Oh, WoW accounts?
I've done it
True.
before, just, yeah, teleconference and shit.
Did you bury
I'm the
your
judge of
Did you
this.
bury your children?
Yeah, it makes more sense to do them in person, I think.
Yeah, well, I gotta see. I have to check in with people and stuff, and it's kind of hard to do that because if I just get it like very,
He
fast,
does.
I don't know.
Lord
Yeah, I'll
Josta
see what I can do.
was his Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Stanton.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nothing about the trial gets discussed. It's just talking.
I
about
shouldn't be
everything
drinking coffee right now when I know I should be.
in
That,
motion.
that's
I need to
why
go
I
to sleep in
to
about
make
an hour and a
damn
half,
sure
2
that
hours.
We have a
Evidence
ruling.
and- just
Yeah.
evidence
Whoops.
and motions and shit. and
My bad, dog.
like nothing, like no witnesses come up or anything. It's
Yeah.
literally discussing whether or not there's enough for the case to go forward.
Which is
God, I hope
why
so.
well, that's why we need that ruling so desperately, you know.
Which one?
Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern. Yep,
The
10
one that
a.m.
you were
Eastern
talking about
in
with
11
people?
and a half hours.
Oh, got you.
So deal with that before
I
we have our
cannot
ruling.
wait.
A
All right,
little
I'm gonna
meeting.
leave you out
All
to
right,
it.
thank you. Before our preliminary, where were you for the last 5 minutes?
You need me to go get the names of everybody before the fucking preliminary?
No, I need you to go see if that was working.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Once he gives us the verdict, I'll go up there and ask him.
Yeah. I think we're talking about schlongs too long.
Yeah.
But
Full playthrough, Barlock. Yeah,
I'm
full
trying to think of
playthrough.
anything
We'll
else.
probably
that's
beat
just
it
like-
in like 2 days,
Dude,
I imagine.
I had a first edition Charizard growing up, and it just kills me that I didn't keep it.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people did. But you're never going to know. Like, I mean, I still have a shitload of my comic books and my cards, but I don't think they're anywhere near the quality that is expected from the good ones, you know? Like, for
probably
example,
not because you enjoyed them.
well, some of them, some I had like super mint, but even
Oh,
the
yeah.
best mint, like, you have to maintain them in such absolute quality. So, like, you could have a Charizard, but it probably had like marks and stuff.
Yeah, print lines, anything.
Yeah, there's like the first set of
There's
stages,
so
which
much.
is, was it printed well? And let's say it was like printed not so good, then like, did you touch it?
Is
You
the,
know?
Yeah, the oil from your fingers, and is the centering perfect, and all this other stuff.
Hmm. So just because, like, you know, a Charizard might be like $20,000, $200,000, like that one you probably never even had.
Yeah.
And of the one you did have, if you still had it, would probably only be worth like a little bit, you know, relatively.
Well, no,
speaking.
even a bad one is still thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Yeah, like if you get a PSA graded, even below 5, they go for like thousands.
You know what? See, this is why stock markets make more sense. You can actually invest in what makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, think about it. Tesla, Facebook. There's a lot of things that you can invest in life that are like dead set center, pretty good investments, and they tend to be ignored because a lot of people are just like, man, I can't invest. I too much money, motherfucker. Like, go put in a little bit of your paycheck every week into an account And when something creeps up, you put your money in.
Yeah,
Oh,
even
God,
the beginning of this year, I started investing myself.
It was a good time to do it. When the market went down, you invest in the indices. That's like a surefire bet, because if the goddamn stock market goes to complete shit, well, the value of the dollar is already gone anyways. So you're already fucked up at the end of the day.
I worked for 2 multinational companies that would match 10% of your gross pay if you bought stocks. And yeah, my future is great.
I'm gonna send you.
Hell yeah.
Dad, I'm gonna email you later on tonight what I have. I've always kind of.
I don't really give stock advice, by the way.
I know.
Just because, like, I don't want to be responsible if it goes bad.
God, I've always wanted to talk to you about that out of the city. Get your thoughts on stuff, because you're so fucking smart when it comes to that shit.
About what specifically?
I don't know, just stocks in general.
Well,
What
lay it
you're
on me.
seeing,
We got
things
like
that.
30 minutes.
I bet you Bass.
Hold on, let me get my phone out here.
We're waiting for the.
So the main things that I've been looking to is gold, silver, and oil.
No.
No.
Really?
No, commodities you don't fuck with. Unless you're
Railroad.
like gambling, sure. No, fuck the railroad. What the fuck? So commodities are do you know anything about these commodities?
About gold, precious metals. I know quite a bit about.
Wait, how?
Reasons, things. Just
Oh.
research and family stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, that makes sense. And so the reason I ask that question is, like, I invest in tech. Why? Because I've a super beyond average ability to understand tech. So if I'm placing, purchases into certain companies, I can have a pretty good judgment on what they have to offer. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's sort of like what I try to advise individuals. First is get a general solid understanding of how the market works. And you can do that by investing a little bit of money. You may not make it, just pretend it's gone. Like, let's say you can
as soon as you invest
afford
it,
to throw
gone.
away $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I know that sounds like a lot, but let's say you're able to slice out that chunk over a couple of years. Try your best. If it's gone, it's gone. Don't put more in. And as it's happening, try to understand why it's happening. And then once you got a good fundamental as to those things, your best investments are going to be in focusing on areas that you are like proficient in.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I sent you a couple things.
If you're not proficient, there's like simple things you can do, like diversification across banks, investing into indice funds, like over time,
You really just
right?
demons.
There's plans, like a lot of investment companies, they're like,
What?
you can do it so, like, when you get your paycheck,
Mhm.
like a percentage of that goes right into your brokerage account, and once it accumulates a certain amount, it automatically makes purchases for you. You know? So
Really?
let's say, let's say once the account opens, once it hits $3,000 by 33% in S&P 500, 33% in QQQ, and 33% in DIA. And so, like, it's building in the background. And so now you've got, like, indice investments, because the market is going to go up always in the long term. Number one, because of inflation, right?
Okay.
Number two, you've got dividends working for you. DIA, for example, has high yield dividends. It tracks the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And then, because, like, you could have it sit in a bank, but you're going to be getting like fucking 1%. Like, fuck that noise.
Right.
You're gonna make more in an indice fund long term than you are getting like 1% cranking out in a savings account. Now, that's not to say you should have savings. Now, here's why. There's gonna be some power plays you can do throughout your lifetime. There will be another recession. There will be another depression. And you know who makes the money during those? Who makes that money? The guy who saved like a quarter of their total assets in liquid cash. Number one.
And when it tanks.
When it tanks, you fucking dump that bitch in there. What's the worst that's going to happen? All the banks shut down? Well, then the dollar's worthless.
But then
You're
he's got
effectively
his bases
investing
covered
in
'cause
the
he's
fact
got
that
gold.
America doesn't collapse into a third world country.
Yeah.
So, you know, not to mention that, you know, the cash will save you out of, you know, never know when the medical problem happens or like some crisis happens. So it's there, you know. But there's a lot of things you can do, and these like simple things and understanding why will make it works well. They're time tested. There's a reason why Buffett, I mean, obviously Buffett is fucking amazing and for a million reasons, but there's a handful of things that have worked for him consistently, and it's because you're playing against the obvious trends of America, really.
In 2006, Apple was worth $5.25.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, just 5 years ago, it was worth $27 a share. And
I mean,
now,
there's
right now, it's
companies.
at,
Well, you look at Nvidia, had a very clear and obvious growth pattern back when I was in middle school. So did Electronic Arts. My dad did pretty good. I bugged the shit out of him. I'm like, you got to buy these stocks, dog.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, well, not like that. But then there was like when Facebook IPO'd in, I think, 2008-ish. Like, that was an obvious buy. I know there's people who are like, oh my God. Like, I remember at the time, the Facebook IPO, there was a lot of question marks because those big banks that had pre-purchased like a shitload of it. And like, it brought it into question, but it's like, dog, Facebook isn't going away. It's only going to grow. And probably the worst that's going to happen is that you're getting a yield slightly above interest rates. But why do you give a fuck about that? And the same thing with Tesla. Like, there's certain very obvious, like unless you're so like tinfoil hat, think they're going to collapse, it doesn't happen. Because the trend in America is that people with money throw more money at big companies that make a lot of money. And it always goes up. These businesses don't like accidentally fail. It doesn't happen. Yeah, it happened with the banks, but those are like anomalies in the grand scheme of things. If it's not like, if Facebook is not already successful and they aren't doing something like some weird like Ubisoft levels of like, you know, of scandals, like it's always, they're just always gonna go up. And don't invest in companies that are too diversified. You're never gonna follow that.
Right.
It's gonna be like, oh cool, they came out with a new product. All right, awesome. It, you know, is like 5% of their total portfolio. Good luck, dog. Oh, Netflix was another one. That should have been fucking obvious the moment Netflix released on the Xbox. Like way back when, I think that was around 2008 as well. That was like a big, like, holy shit. Google, Apple, Microsoft. I mean, you can still invest in those, but those are like, it's like, those are like safe bets, safe long-term bets.
And
But,
Apple just split a couple weeks ago.
Jesus.
I mean, that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
That actually, yeah.
Zoom Media, for the Zoom meetings, at the beginning of this year, they were at like $90 a share, and right now they're at $538. And I was able
Holy
to get in on
shit.
them pretty early.
Damn. I'd get the fuck out of there though.
Yeah, no, I am pretty soon.
Because, like, let's talk about a product that is exciting for, you know, a period of time. It might have been overbought because of COVID. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
you know,
that's exactly what happened.
like unless you have a strong belief that they're gonna like, you know, pivot into another set of products, or you think someone's gonna buy them out. But like, I don't know much about the Zoom product. Like, is it really that much better than, you know, what else is out there? You know,
Right.
I don't know. There's too much question marks around it. It's like you know, you compare it to something like Facebook. You know, that was the social network. It was not going away. It was only expanding. I don't know of any companies right now where I'd be like, well, I need to keep an eye on that. I still think Tesla is a good buy, especially when it dipped so hard. Like, I think 2 months back, it was a nice time to buy a little bit more.
I don't know if you want to be like really kind of take a gamble right now. If you look at like the main airlines and how much they've declined in the last year or 5 years,
I would never invest in airports.
I don't know.
Have you heard the horror stories? Like Air, what was it? It was one of the Arab countries, like Air, like Abu Dhabi or something like that.
Yeah.
It went from being the most prestigious airline to completely faltering
I
because
think you're thinking Concorde.
No. Concorde was the French one, and that failed over 10, 15 years ago. I'm talking about in the last 5 years.
Oh.
I think I don't remember what airline it was. It was either Abu Dhabi or like Dubai or like one of the small like ones. Like they had the best in class, and they bought a fleet of airlines that ended up being recalled. And it might have been Emirates. No, it's not Emirates. It's not Emirates. Oh, Etihad. Yeah, it was Etihad Airlines.
Etihad, yeah.
Yeah. And they just got fucked because the thing is, what are they're offering like, think about it this way. The problem with investing in an airline is that the airlines, there are like what, 200, 300, 400 competitors, you know, that they're all competing against each other. And what product are they really offering? It is flying you from point A to point B. And so unless you have a good understanding of their like, you know, financials and like what are they going to offer you? Like fucking suck your dick in fucking first class? You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question here.
So, well, just to finish that thought, like, okay, a lot of these airlines dipped, sure.
Right.
But now there's a recovery period. Which one of those 400 airlines is going to be on the up and up? Like, there's no way to guess. That's like, you know, you're taking like, it's such a huge gamble.
Well, I mean, that's where like I'm in a better position just because I know that bailouts will be held for the two companies, whereas other countries have like 50 airlines, so you don't know which one is actually going to survive.
But who is? Because let me pose a example of some reality. Arab countries are buying up a lot of tech companies and airlines and shit in America, right? They bought up a big portion of a bank recently. China is also doing very similar. So just because, like, let's say, I don't know, I'm just using off the top of my head, Delta, let's say, is in the shitter, right? And there's a belief that Delta is going to get bailed out. There's nothing stopping another company from coming in, yoinking that shit, and propping it above whatever company you just invested in. And now you're fucked. And they're willing to go bleed money in order to bully out the competition so they can buy them up as well. You know what I mean? I don't know. Airlines are fucking sketch as fuck.
I mean, one wrong crash and
one bad crash, one bad investment, and I don't know. That's just my take. I don't know. Airlines scare me.
I don't want to touch airlines.
Look at the stuff I sent you. It's not that bad.
Okay.
But
I don't know how familiar you are with GUSH or GUSH or JNUG, which is like Direction Daily Junior Gold Miners Index Poll, and oil, gas, and export and production.
I would not touch that shit.
Well, this is my question. At the beginning of the year before COVID, it's $1,600 a share, and right now it's at $21 a share. Wouldn't
So that's an
After
ETF more
COVID
than likely.
yes, it
And
is.
it's an investment company that is investing. I'm guessing here because I know a little bit about commodities. So ETFs are like, think of an ETF as like a firm that manages and invests into a set commodity space, right? So I'm
Okay.
assuming that's an ETF, and they're investing in some, let's say, number of mines, and they are responsible for stating like how much these mines are coming in. Now, I don't know. Like I don't know. Sorry, continue. So now it's down to $21.
Yeah, wouldn't after COVID and things in the world gets back on track to hopefully where it, any sense of normalcy, wouldn't common sense say that the oil exportation and production would, go on back on the uptrend?
Commodity markets are difficult to predict. I'd say like if the barrel of oil dipped really low, right? Like it did for a while.
Yeah, it was
fucking
it was literally
dipped.
$- a barrel.
Mm-hmm. Putting some money into that is not a bad idea. Oil isn't going away. I don't care what the fuck people say. It ain't going away. They on some fucking.
Don't even get me started on oil right
They on some fucking shit. Like as if batteries and solar power is gonna get rid of oil at the rate that we're, things are changing.
Yeah, but don't forget, what do you need to get that stuff out of the ground?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like wind farms, for example, have such a big footprint that is not even discussed, right? Like they put a bunch up, and then they killed a bunch of wildlife. They can't put more down, et cetera, just because it looks like all joyous and amazing. Oil ain't going away, and that amount keeps going down. Like, what was a country? Turkey just found out that they have a massive amount of oil in their country. That's gonna change things a bit, right?
Well, I mean,
So
I
yeah,
once came from a land where they have more oil than United Arab Emirates, and right
Mhm.
now we're stuck in the gutter because of political BS trying to get it to port because we're landlocked. So
oil would make sense. I have a problem with investing in gold. I'd rather invest in Bitcoin. I'm gonna be real with you, over
Yeah.
gold. Hell yeah. I mean, my fucking Bitcoin shares looking strong as fuck because motherfuckers keep dumping that shit and don't realize that thing, Bitcoin is the gold standard for cryptocurrency. There is no doubting that in any way. It doesn't matter if another crypto comes out that performs better. Amazing. But it is like the Dow Jones Industrial Average of Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, do you
other
see
shit may
Bitcoin
do
going
way
back
better.
up?
It already has been going up.
Well,
What was
I
that
meant to, like, where it
$3,000 last year? It's what was it? Last I checked, it was like 13K. I mean, yeah, it banged out like at 20, but it's about that long-term play. I mean, I'm not saying go and invest like 10% of your portfolio in it, but
Right.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5, 10, like maybe 10%. And that is not a bad idea. Not to mention all the splitting. Like a lot of these cryptos still derive out of Bitcoin, and when they do, you get portions of it.
So what happens though when all the Bitcoins are mined and there is no more? Like that's what I don't get.
Well, then the value goes up because then you start trading at fractions of a share. So let's say the cost of a pizza was like 10 Bitcoins,
Nope,
like
5 now.
20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's worth like 0.01.
Did you see that state announcement?
Do I have everybody?
Oh,
I believe so, Your Honor.
Officer Knight, are you prepared to hear the verdict?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Get back there.
Yes, Your Honor.
After taking all facts and evidence into consideration, this court is unable to tell when these drugs entered your system, Officer Knight.
Rip!
And so, to the positive defense of being under the influence, you're unable to meet the burden of proof necessary to indicate that you were under the influence at the time of this incident. And as to a positive defense of self-defense, there are multiple indications that this is not the first time this particular activity had taken place at the Vanilla Unicorn. And by this particular activity, I mean the spraying down, as well as having multiple witnesses indicate that you, in fact, asked if somebody wanted to be, air quotes, sprayed down before you shot them. Or shot at them.
We going back, boys. We going back.
I do not find that there is enough here to sustain murder in the second degree.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to find you not guilty of that. I am going to find you guilty of assault with a deadly weapon at this time, though.
Hell yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
And I am sentencing you to the associated time and fine for assault with a deadly weapon. Not sure what it is because I don't have an MDT in front of me.
Hell
and I don't have the
yeah.
penal code memorized.
Hell yeah, Billy. You did it.
Give me 2 seconds.
Is that really a win? You're still going to
But
jail.
yes, I do.
Yeah,
I
but
do
now I
not
can
see,
say I
so
shot her in
reason
the
that
pussy.
I don't believe murder 2 is appropriate here, or attempted murder 2, is because there was no underlying felony. So there was no other felonious act that occurred that you were trying to escape from, and so we're shooting at people. And I do not see the level of reckless disregard that I'm used to when I'm looking at murder 2 as criminal shooting at a police officer, this type of thing. I merely see assault with a deadly weapon at the end of the day. So that is going to be the verdict of the court at this time, sir, is that we are finding you guilty of assault with a deadly weapon.
Your Honor, the sentence associated to that is 21 months and $1,575 fine.
There it is then. 21 months and 1,000 whatever fine.
You can take that out of the 100K you owe me.
That one. That is the verdict of the court at this time.
Your Honor, will you be ordering that warrant, or do you want us to do it?
I fully expect that Officer Knight will do the right thing. I don't believe there's a warrant necessary.
Understood.
Yes, Your Honor. I assume the request is to meet in the other county and be served?
Yes, sir. Nothing done in this county will... So the records in this county won't carry over, sir. All right. This was an incredibly difficult case. Both sides did an exemplary job. I would like to thank everybody for coming. I would like to thank everybody for putting up with the fact that this took 2 days. And yes, thank you very much, everybody. This court is adjourned at this time.
Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
Arson, don't
Thank
leave.
you,
I
Your
gotta
Honor.
talk to you. It's important.
All right. Hey,
Nope.
He's running.
Oh.
Fly.
Listen,
What's
I've
that?
seen him chase suspects.
You're
He's
not
not
Mike
going forward.
God damn it. What do you all
Surprised
need?
you see anything, Svensson.
This is fine. I can talk to everybody here. All right, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
It's with my pleasure, as you were previous DA, to announce today was my last day. I'm done. I quit.
Oh,
Not coming
thank
back.
You dismissed.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
All right.
Coming back.
Congratulations.
Brody Moore, right back. Get out of my face, Maze. You still disgust me. Fucking defense counselors.
Come here.
Oh, watch out for his hair. It's greasy. Watch out for his greasy
Take
hair.
your arthritis cream.
Brody Moore
What
is
the
going to be
hell is
taking
that
my
supposed to
spot.
mean?
Explainer.
Brody Moore in the pinstripe blue suit's going to be. Speak
I
up,
like
Brody.
that suit. I like that suit.
That's your suit.
It reminds me of my very first suit when I came here. Yeah.
He's going to be taking my spot as DA. I already told him that if he can't handle it, then he needs to find his own replacement. I'm not coming back. Not doing that twice.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that twice because then you're going to end up like me.
Yep.
Sitting over cases that are goddamn impossible.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you and since Stan's here know, I'm still going to be running the junior attorney program since Crane backed out of it and nobody else
All
can
right.
really take it right now. And I'll still be here to help with like charges and stuff going forward, just as previous shit.
All right.
Do you want me to take the JA program?
No. I need to hold on to it for a bit more because people are still fucking up and I need to get rid of them first.
Gotcha.
but I am officially done. Are you able to take care of our licenses?
Oh my God,
for me, or do I need to request
No,
Larry!
Oh, are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that later.
Okay, that's
Remind
fine.
me.
Yep, we'll do. I'm going to Puerto Rico for the rest of my life. Have
Barbados
Yeah,
is
we'll
better.
see how long that.
Barbados
It's
is
not-
better. Go to Barbados.
Never coming back to DA.
All right.
Barbados is better.
Just a little bit of clarification here.
Yes, sir.
Is there any legal objection to making statements in the city about shooting her in the pussy, given the verdict?
I do not care.
Okay.
It's like double jeopardy, right?
Thank you for joining the case here.
As long as you're not threatening to do it again.
I really
you're fine.
appreciate it.
Real quick,
Sir.
question: is the gag order staying consistent with this part of the
Oh
case
no,
as well?
that is lifted.
Okay.
That was only for the time in between. That was only for the time in between to prevent any type of witness tampering, etc., and so on.
Alrighty.
So yes, Brian, you can say whatever you want about her.
Yeah,
And if
Brian,
I wrote a book on how I shot her in the pussy,
Brian, if you want to OJ Simpson your way around for the rest of your life, get yourself a white Bronco and enjoy.
I heard they re-released the Bronco. They're available.
It's actually yes, they've done something beautiful with it. It's a wonderful
No,
control.
it's horrible.
How dare you, sir?
Horrible.
Take your bar card
They
for that.
they just
Please.
Well, you know what? Hey, let's figure out how this other meeting goes first. You can
Just
join
about
the
to
line.
do that.
All right, Watson, I do need the place.
We also, I also need the place.
Everything. So,
All right, I am getting the heck out of here.
All right,
Watson, have a good one.
Everybody have a good night.
hey,
Flew like a demon from
Spencer,
Holy
do you want me to
Land.
meet you over there?
Later, I guess we're going
Thank
for
you, Larry.
Maze, you did a great job explaining. You did a wonderful job as well.
Let me explain.
You want me to reach out to
Dan?
them?
Yeah. I just want to make sure I
Don't
go
you
to the
wanna
right
be here?
place and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, preliminary here.
I'll probably
yeah,
have
go
my lawyer join me.
Wait, what the what?
Yes,
that's
Follow
fine.
me, explainer.
Hold on.
Are we doing preliminary hearing or are we doing
What's up, Brian?
complaint?
Are y'all doing
Prelim.
something?
Prelim
Why
first.
don't you talk
Oh,
to
great.
Hey,
Mega,
do you want to? Oh, yep, affirm.
Yeah.
Do I want to what?
Spencer, that's what
I was
saying.
gonna turn
I could
myself
just
in
message
the other
you later.
county.
Prelim
Okay,
first, guys.
give me a little
Let's
bit.
get
What's
this
this a
done.
prelim
I got to
for?
do this.
Yep,
Mama,
no worries.
I'm just kidding.
Your Honor,
The
at
damn
this
Staley
time,
thing?
Oh my
client
God!
is
Should I do
clarifying the issue we
90%
had, so,
parole?
that's going to have that evidence as well to be submitted once we have a ruling. But as for the
you need me
evidence,
after this? Can I?
Yeah. It's prelim, and then we have the law hearing. All right, return to
Okay,
your. Please
I'll be back.
return to your respective posts.
I think you're good.
Oh,
Wait, what's that?
Prelim for something. They're doing it for something else, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're switching spots because you're the plaintiff.
Brian, if you want to wait for me, you can wait for me.
What is this
but-
bar complaint for?
Oh, we're switching.
Oh, they're doing a
No, this is a
This is
preliminary.
a
Oh,
bar.
this is a
hearing for
prelim.
trial.
What is the bar hearing for?
All right.
Maze.
90% parole and a transport.
All right.
Um,
What-
No.
Okay.
Into session. Mike, do you need anything, or is there something pressing, or are you just here to watch?
I'm here to watch because I need.
Since I'm going to be turning myself in, I'd like to do so with my lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna be here
it's
for a
gonna be
while.
about- it's gonna be
Oh.
yeah, he'll be here for a bit.
Okay.
Because I need him after this.
Right,
after whatever
right.
Stanton's doing. So
Well, let me talk to him real quick.
Will do.
Thank you. Do that
Hey.
now.
Yeah.
What?
Maze, address your
Hey,
client.
Yeah.
I guess since you're going to be here for a while, I'll just go in myself.
Okay. No, that's fine.
All right.
Go for it. Okay.
Hey, if they don't give me a transport and 90% parole, I'd like to sue the police department.
You didn't plead guilty, so you can't get parole.
What if I
Just
plead
saying.
guilty to
No,
the assault?
you were found guilty, so you can't plead guilty.
Why can't? Can I not plead guilty to the?
No,
I'll just,
you were
okay,
found
look,
guilty. You
all right,
can't
fine,
plead guilty and
fine.
get parole. Okay?
Can't
Go.
I plead it now?
Go. No.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
Turn yourself in.
All right, fine.
Go. Sorry, Your Honor. Just taking care of my client.
So now that this court case is behind us, how about
How about what?
Well, I don't know, like get back anywhere we were before.
Where were we before?
I don't know, the whole Babe
Where
thing.
were you in the-
I'm just saying. Listen, I spent a lot of money at the VU. This is
I
ridiculous.
never got any money of those, so how
Well,
can I
you
know
know, I
that?
think Slim knows I've spent about $500,000 at the View. He's got to be very upset.
Yeah.
Plus, I'd like to throw a party after I get out of prison.
Oh.
Yeah, at the View.
Okay.
Larry.
Oh, cool.
All
So
right.
I need to. Okay, I actually need to have a conversation with you
All right.
before you go to jail. That is actually a little sexy, you know.
Wait, really?
A little, like you in orange.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna be rocking it around.
So there's something I don't understand.
What's that?
All that thing with you guys, like, you know, is talking about dating and all that. Like, is it just me that is not, like, you know, don't understand the American, like, you know, terms and rules of when you date?
Well, I
Oh,
kind
you're
of
like-
thought there was that time. Like, I guess we were kind of dating. There might have been something. Listen, I mostly brought it up to help my defense.
Good, because I have heard anyone else is like, they're like, oh yeah, we are dating. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're like, you know, not you, but just in general. Then they're,
What
like,
do you think
simping and
dating
all that.
means?
I mean, dating is like going on dates.
Is it?
I don't know. That's how it is in Denmark. But apparently, it's like dating for you guys means that you're like a couple, official, something.
I mean, I have a couple girlfriends, so I don't know how official it could get.
True. Well, I don't know what does a dating mean for you.
Well, you know, it usually consists of a lot of things.
Like a title?
I mean, I don't think there's a title involved.
You just said something with girlfriends. I'm asking, dating, is that like being boyfriend and girlfriend?
I mean, maybe.
Isn't that just a yes or no answer?
I mean,
I
possibly.
think
I mean,
you've just been
there-
through this. You should be easier to give a yes or no.
well, I've learned today that spraying does not constitute dating.
Yeah, no, it definitely does not. And I do not believe, as you asked me, if she's pregnant, because...
Wait, she's pregnant?
No, you asked me
Oh,
about that.
fuck!
No, you asked